is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope all of you are having a wonderful second day of the vacation for the kids.
Yeah.
Just continuing on with your summer for the rest of us here. So
I feel like I may have messed up yesterday. In a couple of ways. We'll get into that in here in a bit. But I also feel like I might have set up some bad expectations. Like, I don't want Rhiannon to think her first day of summer is water park every day. It's like,
you went big, too big, too early.
I set the bar too high, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, I hope she doesn't think I'm gonna come with that every day. I mean, I got pretty intense dad summer energy, but you know, I also got to put some time in at the office.
Your daughter's gonna roll in on a hover around going, next time we're going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it was a fun day though. It was good.
Well, good. I'm glad. Day 2. What's on the agenda for today?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea, and I can't really make much happen today. Put it that way.
and they don't. What time do the kids get up every day?
Get up
On their own.
On their own, I would say we'll call it like the crack of 9.
Okay, they sleep in.
A bit.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Kids that age normally don't. 9 o'clock, they're like 4 hours into their day.
My son, as long as he's got like somebody or something to kind of like snuggle up to, be it like a stuffed animal and or family member.
Okay.
He's usually pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Rhiannon, I'm not 100% she's asleep the whole time that she's asleep or sleeping, but she eventually comes out when she's ready out of her room.
When she's done with her time.
Yeah, when she's
doing whatever she's
woken
doing.
up in the morning.
Gotcha. Okay. Probably for the best.
And that's usually on the weekends. Morning, and that's the reason for that is because in Dad's house on weekdays it's up at 5:15.
Yeah, because they got to get ready because y'all have to get ready.
School day or not, because I got to get them to to grandma's.
Yeah.
So
Grandma's house they go.
indeed.
Yeah. Well,
The river and through the woods.
enjoy. I hope everyone else is enjoying their summer breaks. Those that get it and get to have it and all that good stuff. So
Teachers.
Yeah.
Freaking teachers.
Yes. But happy Tuesday to everybody. At least it's not Monday.
'Tis not.
So good for that.
It's like I say all the time. It's Monday's slightly hotter younger sister.
And if you love hot weather, this is your week to jam too.
Stupid hot today.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan.
I am so. I'm already to that point where I'm sick 100 and something.
I know there's some people love it. God bless you.
I live in
Enjoy
a tin
it.
can, okay? I can't keep the doggone place cool. I have all of one working air conditioner right now.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daughter's kind of crapped out, so I have like the one and a series of fans.
Huh.
Yeah. A little flow through ventilation, though, makes the dream work.
I was gonna do a bad joke like, well, maybe if you do more of the show, you'll get more fans. But never mind.
I don't think there's much more show I can do, Michael. I don't know that there's much more show that I can do.
Maybe if you do something crazy.
Okay, something crazy, right. Compared to this completely normal stuff I always do, right? Compared to the way I started my career, right, yeah.
These are called jabs. Just for fun.
Just think outside the box. That's where I live. Outside of that box. We need to get in the box for a change.
Get in the box.
Get in the box.
Just get in the box.
Mm-hmm.
But happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good one today. We got time this hour to chit chat.
Nice.
So
There's time now.
Yeah, the time is on our hands. So we'll chit chat for this hour. Next hour, we're going to play an interview. We had Bob Power joined us yesterday in the 9 o'clock hour to talk all about a vet rep meeting. Congresswoman Yvette Harrell, her new vet rep, is having a meeting at Westminster Presbyterian Church tomorrow and invites vets out. They want to get information and give information. Nice. So,
exchange of information.
An exchange of information, yes. So,
plus, it's just fun to say vet rep.
Vet rep.
Mm-hmm. Vet rep. It's just fun. Sometimes you gotta have fun with English.
I feel like you should put that on a shirt.
Yeah. What are you? What do you do? I'm a vet rep.
Vet rep. Bam.
Is that like Jiffy Lube? Vet rep.
But that's so we're going to play that interview, telling you all about that meeting tomorrow. And then Robert Reynolds will join us for his monthly visit about 9:15 this morning and fill us in on all that is happening in and around town, which is more of now. I haven't heard word on like senior circles and things like that yet, but I imagine those will be coming soon. I would think.
And it's funny too because South Park did it best that the folks who were maybe a little bit elevated in age in those categories, maybe had some health conditions, they were the first ones that got access to the vaccine. And so in like the South Park realm, they basically made them out to be like the motorcycle gang. The older generation was like, "Hey, when the streets are ours," So.
Well, yeah, that's what they're going with this vaccination cards and all this.
We need
stuff.
to get them shirts printed up to just say "Born to be mild."
Hey, maybe we should just put our vaccination card on a T-shirt.
There you go.
And then you walk around and just see.
Apparently, wristbands are going to be the wave of the future. We're going to get wristbands.
And then, if you want to ride the joke full out, when they say you've been vaccinated, you just say, "Been there, done that."
Got the shot.
Got the T-shirt.
Got
and
the
you
T-shirt. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt and shot. Yeah.
If you want to full run that dad joke to its nth degree, I would go that route with that. So,
got the T-shirt and jab. Let's make it rhyme.
Just make up that T-shirt. Some people like that. You're kind of.
I'm a fan of the creative T-shirt. Yes.
Yeah. How often, have you've done one or two?
Oh, I've done it several. Yeah, I've had my own printed up. Here lately, I've just kind of gone with regular T-shirts. Today, I'm actually wearing my.
You got your autism
shirt, yeah. Which that's a whole thing. I wear it in support of the organization of the group, not of Autism Speaks. That's a whole thing, whole conversation.
Is that what that shirt is?
It's from Autism Speaks because April was Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah, and I remember you were telling me. I think all fair.
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
There's a thing on that. I
won't do a deep dive and bore the listeners with that one, but it gets weird.
Yeah. Here's one slight problem I have with this summer break now. Like all my good shows that I like to watch for my lunch hour, I can't do right now.
They're all in limbo, or
no? My wife's home.
Oh, that's right.
So I can't go home. She's got her stories on.
Now you have another TV.
I know, I do.
It's not the ideal setup.
No,
but you have a TV on your patio, don't you?
No,
I thought you did.
I mean, I can move one there, but it's not there all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say you have options.
Yeah.
Just choose those options.
Yeah, but if I did that, then that looks bad on the marriage. It's like I come home for lunch and then I go to the bedroom to eat my lunch and watch TV.
Do couples not just like go their separate ways when they come? Is that
not us, not generally.
The more you know.
I mean, maybe in many, but Kim and I, not really.
Sorry, I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole right now. I do have to quickly though give a shout out to my friend Misty. It is National Best Friends Day, and I know that she's probably listening either on her way to the gym or some random errand she's doing today. So I wanted to get it in early. That shout out to Misty on National Best Friends Day.
Nice. Congratulations on being Sean's best friend.
There, yeah, congrats.
I know it is a burden that most people can't handle.
Insane amount of burden. Her and the entire Parker family know they've been my second family for the last year or so. But Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Now I'm only thinking of, I think it was Last Man.
Burden is smalls.
All I can think of, I think it's from an episode of Last Man Standing where he's like talking about his best friend, and it's Bob hugging whatever his name is. Like, yeah, never needs a thing from me. That's why he's my best friend.
Yeah, no, I'm.
He knows.
I'm complicated. Come with a lot of late night phone calls, and
you haven't seen that guy in 20 years, but he's my best friend. That's why, But
right.
I get that.
Yeah,
because my best friend's kind of like that.
Yeah,
my best friend Jay and I have been friends since kids, and we still chit chat a couple times a year. But it's my best friend.
Yeah.
And we still chit chat once, twice a year. That's about it.
And the core value of a best friend is you can just see him and just pick up where you left off.
Exactly.
That's the best.
And that's how we do.
The marker of a true.
Yeah, that's
bestie.
how we do. So even though we haven't hung out really a long time, but because of course he lives in the Carolinas, the Kakalakis.
He's got his own thing. He got yours.
And I'm here in Nuevo Mexico.
And then every now and again, you bring it together.
That's right. Like soup.
like a delicious borscht of friendship. You think of it like a thick, cold tomato soup.
Yeah. So happy Best Friends Day. Call you best friend.
Call you besties.
Yeah.
You can actually go see him now.
I can't, but you guys
can. But if you have access to it.
But I don't need to. She's my best friend.
That's right. You ain't got it. Ain't got to do it.
I ain't talked to him since 1973. Still my best friend.
Still I believe I still have that man's lawnmower.
Yeah, keep that rake. 7:16. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. Spoiler alert, it's going to be hot.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No rain coming up for a while, and the heat gets turned up today. Our highs between 100 and 103, mostly sunny, and the wind will be gusting at 20 to 30 miles per hour. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s overnight, a little breezy and clear, and then 100 to 105 for the high tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, sunny, and hot again on Thursday and Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 68 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 35%. Winds currently out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour. If you love triple digits, continue to love this week because that's all you're getting. Sunny today, high of 103 expected. West winds 5 to 10 this morning. Shifting to the southwest, picking up 10 to 15 for the afternoon. For tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 67 degrees. Southwest winds 15 to 20. They'll drop down 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight tonight. Wednesday, sunny and a high of 105 for tomorrow. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, high of 106. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, more of the same, sunny, high of 105. Saturday, cooler, just a high of 100. Feel the difference. And there probably is one. And then Sunday and Monday, they're talking rain chances. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. Mostly sunny, high of 97. Monday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny, high of 94. But in the meantime, we got the 1-0s until at least through Friday, Saturday time frame there. So that's what we're looking at. For those that love it, enjoy it. God bless you. I know some people out there, I've heard a couple like, oh, it's 100. I love it. It's my favorite. Good for you. Not mine. Not at all. All right, 7:18. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be back actually on the other side. We'll first do your recap, Roswell Livestock Report with Smiley Woot, and then a quick break. And then we'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 952 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold 3 to 6 lower, feeder cattle 2 to 3 lower, quality not as attractive on the calves and yearlings this week. Packer cows $3 to $8 higher. Packer bulls sold steady. 3 to 400 pound steers 187, 189. 3 to 400 pound heifers 158, 166. 4 to 500 pound steers 172, 187. 4 to 500 pound heifers 147.5, 158. 5 to 600 pound steers 155, 172. 5 to 600 pound heifers 136, 147.50. 6 700 pound steers 136.50, 155. 6 to 700 pound heifers 121, 136. 7 800 pound steers 132.5 to 136.50. 7 800 pound heifers 111, 121. Packer cows 74 to 84. Canner and cutter cows 60 to 70. Packer bulls 92 to 102. Feeder bulls 73 to 80. Top half the cow-calf pairs $1,000 to $1,575 per pair. Top half the bred cows $900 to $1,125 per head. Now remember, this is the top of the market, and prices range down from this according to quality, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Our original gold-rimmed homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-crank taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Albertsons United Supermarkets and Thriftway Supermarket in Ruidoso.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Eastern New Mexico University is open for visitors to come to visit our campus. Come be our guest for a guided tour of one of the best small-town college atmospheres in the Southwest. Take a look at all ENMU has to offer, including the best residence halls in New Mexico as recognized by Niche.com. Sign up today for your personal tour of ENMU and our beautiful campus by visiting enmu.edu/visit. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Every project, big or small, starts with a solid foundation. Chance Materials is your provider for quality, affordable, ready-mix concrete. No matter the job or project, Chance Materials has the quality products and unmatched customer service you deserve. All at the lowest price possible. Online at chancematerials.com. Call 575-363-3240. Serving the Pecos Valley with plants in Roswell and Carlsbad with ready-mix concrete and more. Chance Materials. Because when a project matters, materials matter most.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 7% of American adults, roughly 16.4 million Americans, believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. We don't know if they asked them where strawberry milk comes from. Here's Mike Winters.
You know, if that were true, there'd be so much chocolate milk. So much. Because, like, so many of the cows are brown. Be Shangri-La. Good morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Hey, I want to remind you that on Friday, we're going to be on the road. That's right. Of course, beginning the end of this week, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, their 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit will be in New Mexico for the first time ever. It's going to be in Artesia at Beige Veterans Park there by City Hall, 511 West Texas, there in Artesia. Now, June 10th, which is Thursday, if I remember correctly, they're actually, I believe the exhibit's going to roll into Roswell tomorrow night at some point, I think. And then on Thursday at 1 o'clock, they're going to escort it down to Artesia. And then Friday, we're going to have a combined of all three of our live morning shows. This show, Sean and his show on The Brand, and of course Gene Dow and his show on 990 AM. And then we'll be there at the memorial celebration or a memorial exhibit and everything, doing our stuff. And then in the 9 o'clock hour of the show, that's going to be the opening ceremonies of the event. And then at 10 o'clock on Friday, it's open to the public. So, but we're going to be out there Friday doing our show. So we'll have a different kind of show on Friday.
Yeah.
So
Things should be a little bit different, a little bit off, a little bit odd, not off, odd.
Oh, yeah, it will be three hosts. All of us with smart alecky personalities.
I'm not sure 100% that I'm going to be on part of the morning part of that.
Okay.
I have to find
Are
out
you
for
on
sure.
later in the day?
Yeah, I think I have to. I do. I am going to show up 11 to 2 and be inviting folks down later in the afternoon.
But he's going to be out and about
I will
that,
be
down
in
there.
some capacity involved with the morning thing.
Hey, Gene, I can't carry it. We need you to pop in and just say, hey.
You know what? I believe in you, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
I don't know why you do either.
Right here. It's faith. It's faith in you, my man.
You've put your faith in something that shouldn't.
No, the gruesome twosome. It's like a pyramid. You got to lean in on each other.
Oh, it'll be fine. It's going to be fun.
That's right. You guys are like a good radio marriage. And I say it all the time when I see you and Gene bicker back and forth. I'm like, I hate it when mommy and daddy fight. I'm not sure which one of those you would be in that scenario. I haven't actually done the math yet.
All the kids are hiding in the corner. Yeah, it's sad. But yes, we're going to be out there on Friday, and love to have folks come out and check it out. I'm anxious to see the exhibit. Because like I said, I'm leaving next week, and I was like, man, I don't know if I got time to see it, but I will now, and I'm happy about that. So I hope everyone else. Now the 10th. Once after it gets escorted to Artesia and they get set up, they're going to open it on the 10th for just first responders.
Right.
They're giving them, all of our first responders, first opportunity to come and see the mobile exhibit. And then for the public, the 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. That'll be your time.
Yeah, and also they're what is it? I think tomorrow. No, the day that they are rolling the exhibit through Artesia, they're actually going to have they're going to have folks set up along the road, volunteers that they've asked who are going to be holding photos.
Yeah, they yesterday they gave out. I'm assuming they gave out all 343. I think was the number. Basically, of firefighters that lost their lives at 9/11, and they're gonna as the like Sean said, as the exhibit comes into town, they're going to have the
kind of a parade,
lined with all the photos and stuff. And when I was reading the information yesterday, they were saying that it's the volunteers had to show up at City Hall yesterday between like 1 and 3 or whatever the time was, and they weren't going to do it unless they could give away all 343 photos, which I'm pretty sure they did. I don't feel like that's a big hurdle to overcome.
Not humongous getting a place like Artesia.
I think there's 343 people in this community that are patriotic enough that want to do that.
Here's the thing: after seeing the crowd that showed up to congratulate our class of 2021 there in Artesia, pretty sure Artesia's strong.
Yeah. Oh,
think we good.
Anybody that's been to Artesia could probably tell you that doesn't take it.
Glance that water tower. Tell me how you feel.
Go see a football game on a Friday there and tell me they ain't got no spirit. Yeah, they got it. But it's gonna be great. Looking
There's
forward
a reason
to it.
I own a pair of bright orange basketball shorts.
I used to have quite the quandary back in the day, because I've lived here my whole time. I've been with the company, with everything. I've lived here in Roswell.
Sure.
But for the first 8 years with this company, I did the morning show in Artesia, what Gene does there. Right. And on Fridays, during sports seasons, you have to wear orange, and so it's just
you don't have to, but trust me, You have to.
It's an unwritten rule.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're not fitting in if you don't have the orange on Friday. So naturally, I'm wearing the big bulldog orange shirts to work and everything. But I get home from work and everything. I'm back in Roswell and I'm wearing so I have to go home and change without fear of people looking at me like I'm some kind of traitorous lech.
Garbage orange off you, or you're really good at changing while driving.
Who said I hadn't?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why all my orange is tearaway material.
My pants were never orange, but I took them off anyway.
The only pair of tearaway parachute pants I own, bright orange.
Wore them every Friday. Problem was I had to put pants back on. They weren't parachute.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have break-in pants.
Yeah. You got to have some underpants planned. Here's the thing.
I want a pair of pants that I can go and put them on.
I want you to observe what I'm about to do here.
All right.
When dealing with your tearaway pants, you always need to make sure that you have something on underneath that's going to be appropriate. You always need to have the pants for the situation that you find yourself in. The situation I found myself in yesterday, I did not have the pants appropriate for the situation. See, that right there is called a segue.
Oh, check you out. So that's why we need you on Friday.
That's it. That's for the segues. So let me tell you my story. Real quick.
He got an intimate experience at the aquatic center.
Oh boy, did I ever! And it was sort of all impromptu. My friends let me know that they were going to take their kids over to the aquatic center around lunchtime. And I thought, this would be a cool, opportunity. First day of summer. I actually, because of an actual rain check from the first time we went to the aquatic center, have a free pass for me and the kids to get into the center. So it was kismet. I felt like, let's do it.
The planets are aligning for this.
All were lining up.
Impromptu swimming situation.
Here's the problem. I was dressed for a work day. I was wearing a black t-shirt, much like I am now, jeans, regular walking shoes, socks.
Contrary to popular belief, he does not wear a Speedo to work.
Only on alternating Fridays.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, just the weekends I don't have the kids. But no, I wouldn't dress for the occasion. And I was fine with that. I was just going to sit at the table, kind of let the kids go play and hang out. And then all my friends showed up and they were all dressed to get in. And my Missy was like, yeah, I'll hang out for a minute. But it was like that scene in The Simpsons where he's signing Bart's cast and he signs Millpool. She was like, So I was like, just go. Yeah. So I ended up, I rolled my pants up and I was at first just kind of like, walking around, knees deep at most. But that wasn't working. Once a little vein of water hits the denim, it like runs up. Next thing you know, they're just soaked. They were just soaked. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to let them dry out a little bit, whatever. Cut to about...
So he takes them off and throws them on the side there.
For real, the thought dwelled in my head. Underpants aren't that different from swim trunks.
They're still pants.
I'm still covered. Some of the fellas I saw walking around shirtless, I mean, I wouldn't be the most...
That wasn't your fashion decision either?
Yeah, so I opted not to. But I was helping my daughter with something a little later. I kind of, during a let's let my pants dry out situation, helped my daughter with something at the pool's edge, lost my footing, ended up in the pool.
Nice.
Soaked.
From head to toe.
I'm like, okay, I'm just going to own this now. Thank God my electronics were at the table because I was around the pool. I figured, let's leave it here.
Let's go ahead and leave the phone over by the patio table.
So those who were at the aquatic center yesterday were privy to basically a behind-the-scenes shoot of Alan Jackson's Chattahoochee video. And the only dude you've ever seen swimming around in blue jeans, that was me. And I started thinking, I was like, okay, there's a reason that you're not supposed to, well, obviously you're not supposed to swim in jeans because who would?
Right.
But I remember from childhood that like you weren't allowed to like go to like a pool in denim because of like stuff in the like the material dyes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I hope that I wasn't breaking like rules or codes there with that, but I was soaked. What was I going to do?
Yeah, I don't know why the reasons. They try to give reasons, and I don't know. I think there's one, but I don't know if it's like a legit like they always say like your bathing suits. They say don't wash them in the washer, and then you get in the hot tubs and the soap or something supposed to. That's why you get all the bubbles. Right. And I'm like,
Which
I don't know.
I generally wash like swimwear or like that type of stuff. I just will cold wash it in water only.
I wash it like I don't do anything.
I don't wash. I don't know
my wife washes them as they would my regular clothes.
What are these responsibilities of which you speak?
I say this, and I was like, "What do you mean how you wash them? You ain't washed a pair of swim trunks in years." Yeah, well, my wife puts them in the washer and dryer.
She does. She takes care of it.
I help fold them. I want some credit. I'm not so much at putting clothes in the machines.
Only my swimwear. Everything else is up to her. I only fold my swimwear.
No, I'm involved. I help fold. I don't necessarily put it in.
That's the chore of washing anyways.
That's the part no one likes.
Yeah. Well, that and getting it out of the dryer. That's kind of a pain.
Well, she's got that.
Well, here's the thing, though, and this is much to my detriment. I'm the person that has to get everything in one trip. And I don't have necessarily an empty clothes hamper, so it's all going in Daddy's arms.
Ah, okay.
And if I have a hefty dryer load, which generally I don't because I hang dry all my shirts, so most of my stuff is just like underpants and whatnot. So if I have a lot of like the kids' clothes, I'm getting it all in one grip. I don't care if I have to like use my head to hold some of it in place. I'll do that. Same thing with I'm the guy who like has permanent red rings on my arms from holding 78 grocery bags.
Oh yeah,
because I won't do the trip.
I'm one of those guys that plastic has become my friend because you could literally carry an entire trip of groceries if you'd plan it right. Now, granted, you only can move about 10 feet, and it's very tricky to go through doorways of normal size.
You end up doing this thing where you're like walking like this.
Yeah. Well, see, what I do is I put as many of the handles in my hands. So
do you?
Yeah. So I'll end up having about 20 bags in my hands like this, and
that's not how I roll.
That's how I do it.
So what I do is I'll start. I'm like, okay, I have a whole trunk full of stuff. So I'm going to find as many of these bags that I can weave my hand through originally to kind of get a good amount of them just on the arm. That leaves the hands free because then I can grab more bags with my hands.
Yeah.
I can do the same thing on the other arm if I plan it right.
That's smart, yeah.
And then I also have my middle so I can carry a case of soda or some water or what have you. So I can, because of space management, I can make it happen in one trip.
Usually if I'm carrying the sodas, I do, because that's what I do is I tuck one under the elbow and then one's got them on the handle there.
I can carry simultaneously, not without using my
this is a weird flex. Go ahead.
It is. 4 12 packs.
4 12 packs.
4 12 packs. What you do?
Double.
2 fingers in one.
I do that.
2 fingers in the other. Just like that. Bam. And you still have your arm. So I could technically carry probably 8 12 packs.
I say I've because I'll carry 2 on the thing. And
that is an admission of a future diabetic.
Yeah. I've done that. Yeah, I've carried, and I'll tuck. What gets tricky is the 20 packs or the 24 packs.
The cubes, the cases,
yeah. Those get a little bit more difficult to pull those off, but. Yeah, that's a weird flex, but all right.
It is.
I know what you're talking about because I've done the same thing. I'm sitting there in the back of the car trying to get as much of it in one trip as possible.
I always, when I get it in, like that's the thing. It's a struggle. I'm in severe pain. Half the time I'm wondering why in God's name I don't just do a second trip.
Yeah.
But by the time I get it all in one trip, I feel baller status, dude. I'm like, bam.
Well, the 2 hurdles that I run across when I do these things is one is the cars in the garage. So it's got to be kind of a narrow path.
True.
And if I go too much, it's too wide and too bulky. The other thing is if you weigh my hands down too much, then I got to really man up to get them up on the counter. Like it's down here at this level, but then I got to get up on the counter.
This is where you fail.
Well, I got it, but it's just a struggle.
But this is where you fail. You don't put your groceries on the counter.
Well, see, I do.
You put them on the floor and go, oh my God. And then one by one, you take things out of the bags and put them where they need to be.
Well, see, I have cats that get nosy.
Sure.
So I shut that down.
Well, they get nosy. Just what are they going to break into your ruffles just immediately? I mean,
these cats are pretty they're pretty aggressive.
One of my cats owns a switchblade. things get weird.
I got a 9.
You move away from them pretzels, Big Daddy.
Do we have a problem? Better recognize.
That's right.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. On that note, I feel like it's time to go cleanse the palate. We're spent. 7:38. Let's go ahead and do some news and your Kim Commando update, Fox, your SRM business update, and your sports report with Eric Butler. All coming up next. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit will be in Artesia June 11th through 14th. On Thursday, the exhibit will receive a full escort from Roswell to Artesia at 1 p.m. The escort will be provided by various county volunteer firefighters and law enforcement. Viewing of the exhibit is free each day and will be available between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. For more information on the exhibit, you can call the Artesia Fire Department at 575-746-5057. New Mexico, several months into an investigation to determine the extent of contamination at 2 U.S. Air Force bases. And state officials said Friday that the work is on track to be finished by summer of next year. Environment Secretary James Kinney said the department had reviewed the data, drafted analysis and sampling plans, and visited areas around Cannon and Holloman air bases. Once the study is done, the department will evaluate the next steps. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Sometimes government operations are kept secret so that our adversaries don't know our full capabilities. But yesterday, the FBI and the Department of Justice proved to the world that Bitcoin transactions are no longer guaranteed to be either untraceable or unrecoverable. Your Tuesday Tech Update is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. Within hours of the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack, word leaked that Colonial paid 75 Bitcoins, over $4 million, to DarkSide, Russian ransomware hackers. The payment seems to assure that even more ransomware attacks were coming. But yesterday, the DOJ and the FBI shocked the world by tracking down the Bitcoin payment and getting most of it back. So far, 63.7 Bitcoins have been recovered. The ransomware attack crippled gasoline delivery on the East Coast. Now, perhaps America has cyber weapons that can cripple DarkSide. I'm Kim Commando. Still running your business on QuickBooks? More like quicksand. The bigger your company grows, the faster you sync with outdated software. NetSuite by Oracle is the scalable solution you need to run all your key back-office operations. 93% of surveyed organizations increased visibility and control since making the switch from QuickBooks to NetSuite. And NetSuite's offering one-of-a-kind financing. Just head to netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim for special financing.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies Advisors do. They have the tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. For advice on solutions like XPS 13 laptops powered by Intel Evo platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No rain coming up for a while, and the heat gets turned up today. Our highs between 100 and 103, mostly sunny, and the wind will be gusting at 20 to 30 miles per hour. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s overnight, a little breezy and clear, and then 100 to 105 for the high tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, sunny, and hot again on Thursday and Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Roswell Coyotes softball team still looking for its first district victory. Will be playing at Clovis today in a doubleheader. That starts at 5 o'clock. Now, it was very close to a victory for Roswell against Hobbs on Saturday in the first game of a doubleheader. Final score was 9-8. That went 9 innings. And, the games in softball usually don't go that long, but that was a heartbreaker. Maria Aragon, though, for Roswell, 3 for 5 in that first game with a double. Second game kind of blew up against the Coyotes, 17-1. Hobbs won that one in 5 innings. So you got Roswell at Clovis today in softball, and Goddard playing at Lovington. Goddard is 8-6 overall, 2-4 in district. Lovington, very similar record, 8-5 and 3-3 in district play. Doubleheader starts at 4:30 in Lovington. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. As Postmaster General Louis DeJoy approaches his first anniversary on the job, he is under mounting pressure to resign. He's been criticized by lawmakers from both parties for changes to the agency that have resulted in service slowdowns. And the Justice Department is investigating DeJoy's political fundraising. The anti-competition watchdog in France is fining Google $268 million for abusing its dominant position in the complex business of online advertising. It says practices by Google are particularly serious because they penalize Google's competitors. On Wall Street, the Dow lost 126 points to close at 34,630. The Nasdaq gained 67 to 13,881. And the S&P 500 fell 3 points to 4,226. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years. From in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical.
Name to remember. If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
It's an idea whose time has come. The MTA Mechanics and Tires Mobile Tire Shop. No longer will the drama of auto service ruin your entire day. Instead, MTA Mechanics and Tires will come to you. MTA will install new tires, fix your brakes, or just fix a flat while your vehicle is at work, home, or even the airport. So skip the drama. Call the Mobile Tire Shop at MTA Mechanics and Tires, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia.
Hey guys, Aaron here, down at Roswell Honda. Well, we did it again, another record-breaking month, and we couldn't have done it without your help. But there's no time to slow down. With all them deals means a significant amount of trade-ins, and along with it, one of the largest inventories of pre-owned vehicles in Southeast New Mexico. With over 130 new and used vehicles to choose from, we're sure to find something that fits you. Come on down to Roswell Honda and let us help you find the car of your dreams.
Enjoy more of the speed you need with gigabit internet from Plateau Fiber. Fiber means more speed, and that means more streaming on more devices with less buffering. Plateau offers True Gig, a dedicated fiber connection to download and upload what you want with speeds up to a gigabit per second. Best of all, it's all yours. You don't have to share your connection with the whole neighborhood. Sign up now to ensure your neighborhood is part of the next service zone. Learn more and get signed up today at plateaufiber.com. That's plateaufiber.com.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you could call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. Let Do Right do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. During your lifetime, you'll produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Spit out this bit of information at your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:48. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. We're going to play our interview we had yesterday with Bob Power. Bob joined us talking all about a meeting that's happening tomorrow. Congresswoman Yvette Harrell, her new vet rep, will be at Westminster Presbyterian Church tomorrow to meet with veterans. So if you're a veteran, they ask and would love to have you come out. It's for information and seeking information. So it's a exchange of information. If you need help with vet benefits, things like that, he's there to help with that. But also, they're looking for information where they can best do the most good work for veterans in her district. So we're playing that interview with Bob next hour. So that's what we got going on there. As far as donating blood goes, we do have some opportunities to do so here over throughout the month of June with Vitalant. For folks here in Roswell, your next chance to donate blood will be on Thursday, June 10th, day after tomorrow. They're going to be at the Vitalant office from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Everyone that donates blood during that time will receive a free T-shirt. For folks in Carlsbad, you can donate blood today and tomorrow. They're going to be at the Boys and Girls Club at 206 East Pecan from 11 to 3 o'clock this afternoon. Again, all donors will get a free T-shirt. That's sponsored by United Way of Eddy County. And then tomorrow, they're going to have the Blood Mobile in Carlsbad at Carlsbad Medical Center from noon until 5 p.m. Again, folks will get a free T-shirt that donate there. And then, like I said, Thursday, be here at Roswell at the Vitalant office. Friday, June 11th, they're going to be at Eastern New Mexico Medical Center from 9 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. They're going to be in the Mesquite Room on Friday. So there's several opportunities to donate blood this week, especially for folks in Eddy County and today and tomorrow in Eddy County, and Thursday and Friday here in Roswell. Best way to help them out and donate blood is to call or text Stephanie with Vitalant to get an appointment. You can do so by calling her at 575-840-8178. Again, that's 575-840-8178. And they ask that you do wear your face masks when you go to donate blood. So please, I know we're in a world now where we're not wearing them as much. We don't have to. It's a good thing. But they still ask for folks when you go to donate blood to please wear your mask. So now if they tell you to take it off when you're there, you can. That's up to them. But according to the paperwork I got, they're still asking folks to bring their masks. So please, just save yourself the headache and have it on you there and put it on when you get there. No big deal. Also, with the summer here and the kids out for school, the summer lunch program will be actually going in full effect here in Roswell beginning Thursday. Grab and go lunch and breakfast. They'll get them both at the same time. Will be at Roswell High School, Goddard High School, or at Berendo Elementary. You can go to any one of the three locations beginning this Thursday, June 10th, from 8 a.m. until noon. So you go all morning, 8 to noon, and that'll be here in Roswell, June 10th through July 23rd. It'll be Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. And again, that's at Roswell High, Goddard High, and Berendo Elementary between 8 and noon, June 10th through July 23rd, Monday through Fridays. For Dexter area, they've already got the summer lunch program going on now through August 6th. There are 3 different locations in the area that you can pick up. They've got 1-hour windows in each one. The first location will be at Dexter High School for grab and go at 100 North Lincoln. They're doing, the breakfast lunch combo, and that's between the hours of 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. now through August 6th. Monday through Friday. Then they're going to be at the Midway Assembly of God Church at 63 Yakima Road doing breakfast and lunch combo from 11 until 12. And then the next hour from noon until 1, they'll be doing the grab and go breakfast and lunch again at the Midway Volunteer Fire Department, 6477 Templeton Road. Again, doing the breakfast and lunch combos there. This is free to all children age 18 and up. And like I said, if you're in Dexter, you live here, you can go any of those. You don't have to. So even though Dexter's going on now, Roswell will start up here on the 10th. But between 10 and 1, between those 3 locations there in the Dexter Midway, that area, you can go and get the free summer lunches and breakfast combos there too. So, but beginning here on Thursday, you can get them in Roswell. So just want to mark that up, put that on your calendar, let folks know about that. Also, a couple things here. Of course, we've got the Tunnel to Towers 9/11. That's going on starting this weekend. Monday is Flag Day. And we've got a great event we can invite you out to for on Flag Day. The Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, they're going to be doing their dedication of the new flag and brick installations there at the Historical Society. It's a beautiful flagpole with our Historical Society bricks, the commemorative bricks. They built a beautiful little area there, and they're going to be doing a dedication and ribbon cutting of this event on Monday, Flag Day. It will be at 5:30 p.m. again at the Historical Society, 200 North Lee, if you're not familiar. The red coats from the chamber will be there. They'll have door prizes, light refreshments, and much more, and they're dedicating the new flagpole. For everyone that bought and purchased a brick, this was going on for a couple of years. If you haven't been out and seen it yet, come out to the dedication. Again, Monday, June 14th, Flag Day, 5:30 p.m., and it's going to be at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, 200 North Lee. We're going to have Jason join us, I believe, Thursday to tell us more. Jason, the board president for the Historical Society, he's going to join us and tell us more about the ceremony and everything else there. But since we're talking about Flag Day, I'll throw this one on you, too. If you've never partook in an event like this, I'd like to invite you out. On Saturday, probably get there about 9 a.m., but it's going to be going on for a good hunk of the morning and into the afternoon. American Legion's Post 28 and 61, they're going to be doing a flag retirement ceremony on Saturday, right around Flag Day here. And it's a big one because of COVID and everything else. We've got a plethora of flags that need to be retired, and I believe they're from all over the state. They picked up a bunch from Taos. We had like 100 and some just from here in our area, plus I think another double that from the Taos area. So we've got a couple hundred flags that need to be retired, and it's kind of got backlogged here with COVID and everything else. So we're going to be doing a flag retirement ceremony, the two American Legion posts, on Saturday, and it's going to be happening at the American Legion Post 28 building, which is there on Montana. It's a beautiful facility there, and we're going to start, I think, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and they're going to do the ceremony of the retirement of the flag. And if you've never seen that before, there is a protocol on how it's done. They burn it stripe by stripe, and generally they'll cut the stars, and those are generally souvenirs for folks, and I believe they're going to be giving those out at the event on Saturday, kind of a good luck memento keepsake of the flags, and you kind of cut out a star. Some people put it in a little display case. Some will just kind of keep it in their wallet as a good luck thing. I mean, it's kind of some are a little closer to people's family members and things related, but it's part of the tradition. And so they're going to be taking the flag stripe by stripe. They cut the stars up, but they've got 200 some flags. So if you've never seen a flag retirement ceremony or understand why we do it that way and then the point to it, please bring your family out. Come out, bring the kids, bring everybody out. Come and watch some of the ceremony and see what it's all about. We're going to have burgers and dogs at some point fired up and grilling some of that. So we're going to have a little cookout and just some camaraderie and things like that too. But we'd love to have families and friends come out and folks come out and see the flag retirement, see what it's all about. I love, especially kids, scouting. They know because they help a lot, and a lot of times we'll do. I know as a scout myself, we did flag retirement ceremonies and things, so I'm familiar with them, and of course my time in the military. But some people have never been exposed to that, and it's actually pretty neat. And that's the difference. Like, you hear people talk about burning the flag and all. There's a big difference between burning the flag in protest and a flag retirement ceremony. It's there's a pageantry. It's different, and it's pretty moving. It can, if you're if you're a person that loves the country and things, you might get the feels when you see these kind of things. But yeah, it's a good. If you have never seen one, I highly recommend check it out. Give it a try. It is pretty cool. It's one of the and I think and I don't know. Maybe I'm not qualified to give this opinion, but at least from my perspective as a veteran, it's that's Retirement, the flag retirement, the way it's done, it's respect for the flag and respect for our country. But I always look at it too as a homage or an appreciation to remember those that have fallen defending that flag and what that flag represents, and the people that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. And I know we've just celebrated Memorial Day and we talk about this a lot, but I always look at the flag retirement in that same vein as it's there to not only thank those that have made that sacrifice, but remind us that we got to keep that mantle going, and or what they did is in vain. So to me, that's what that means. But I might be getting a little sentimental on you. All right, it is closing in on 8 o'clock. We probably should pause here and do some town hall news. So we're going to stop for news, and then we'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting for a red light to turn green.
News this hour.
Share this information with a police officer.
I'm Rich Thomason. Congress will hear from Colonial Pipeline's chief executive today. The testimony coming in the aftermath of the recent ransomware attack on the company's key East Coast fuel pipeline.
CEO Joseph Blount is expected to detail Colonial Pipeline's response to the cyber attack and explain his decision to pay the hackers a ransom in Bitcoin worth roughly $4.4 million to get back online. The company supplies roughly half the fuel consumed on the East Coast, and the attack forced it to temporarily halt operations, causing chaos at the pump with long lines and gas shortages.
Correspondent Julie Walker says the Justice Department reports that much of the cryptocurrency ransom paid to the hackers has now been recovered. Dozens of websites briefly went offline around the globe today, the result of an outage at San Francisco-based cloud service Fastly, the New York Times, and the UK government's homepage among sites that were impacted. A vaccine passport is an idea that has stirred controversy in the U.S., but apparently not in the European Union. Commissioner for Justice Didier Reynders says the European Parliament set to vote on ratification of an EU COVID-19 travel pass.
With this regulation, every citizen in the European Union will have a legal right to receive an EU digital COVID certificate, whether he or she is vaccinated, tested, or recovered.
Vice President Harris says she'll visit the southern U.S. border at some point. Today, she is south of that border in Mexico for talks with the country's president. Yesterday, Harris met in Guatemala with that country's leader. Watching Wall Street this morning, the Dow down 80 points, the NASDAQ 30 points higher, the S&P is 5 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
Former Bosnian Serb military chief Ratko Mladic find out today whether UN judges have upheld or overturned his convictions and life sentence for masterminding genocide and other atrocities throughout Bosnia's mid-90s war. The BBC's Anna Holligan in The Hague.
There was Srebrenica, Muslim men separated from the women. The women were put on buses and evacuated. The men were then hunted through the forests and the mountains, eventually executed. Such was the scale of this massacre, the worst committed on European soil since the Holocaust. They're still finding bones today, and an estimated 8,000 Muslim men and boys were slaughtered there. So those give you an indication of what he was found guilty of. He's appealed against the verdict and the life sentence, and we're expecting this afternoon to have this final judgment.
The war killed more than 100,000 people. News and analysis at townhall.com. How to jumpstart EV sales? Automakers looking for answers.
If the auto industry is to succeed in its bet that electric vehicles will soon dominate the roads, it will need to overcome a big reason why many people are still avoiding them: fear of running out of juice between point A and point B. Automakers have sought to quell those concerns by developing EVs that go farther per charge and fill up faster. The problem is most public charging stations now fill cars much too slowly, requiring hours, not minutes, to provide enough electricity for an extended trip. Concerned that such prolonged waits could turn away potential EV buyers and keep them stuck on gas-burning vehicles, automakers are trying to cut charging times. Keith Peters, Washington.
Many of us borrowed more in April. Consumer borrowing rose $18.6 billion, fueled by a sharp rise in vehicle financing and student loans, according to the Fed. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Rhythm, I'm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Roos. Yee!
Little Scooby-Doo there, huh? Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well.
Yes.
Having a good day so far.
Warm to it.
Yeah. If not, if you want to put the glass half full on it, you got a lot of day left to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
Or the glass half empty person's like, yeah, it's all downhill from here.
Sure.
So
you can really you can actually live out Mike's intro theme today.
Yeah.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder. I dial it in from south of the border.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yep.
At least it's not gonna be like windy. 15 to 20 this afternoon, maybe. That's not
a
big deal for us.
On your shoulder.
Yeah. That's not like living in those old school hair dryers at the beauty shop. Do they still have those?
I think
those big things that they stick over their heads.
It's almost one of those things. Like I feel like if you own a salon, you have to get one of those chairs, knowing that they're never going to be used. I've literally never actually seen one being used, like in person being used. Never.
Hey, if you ever want some time, go to the historical site, get a tour of the museum. Inside that museum in the J.P. White House, there's like a turn of the century like hair curler thing, a beauty home. It looks like a medieval torture device. It really does.
Oh yeah,
I see that thing. I'm like, people sat in that? There's no way I would be putting my head in that thing.
Here's the thing: it's a lot more glamorous these days, but still, beauty has never been that beautiful. To get to beauty, it's terrifying.
I want to see. Like, speaking of that, is not just beauty, but exercise equipment. Like, I love, like, the old 50s and 60s videos of, like, the calisthenics. Yeah. And they got that machine that puts the belt around your gut and just shakes the ever-living daylights out of you.
I argue that was because housewives at the time were making martinis, and they were for their husbands when they got home. And
I'm just, what's the science there? It's like if you jiggle your fat, you'll burn it. Is that the
assume? It's. I think it's. You know what? In the modern version of that is those belts that you would put on.
Yeah.
That do like the electric
IO. Oh yeah,
diode
contractions,
thing.
whatever.
They make your muscles they make it so you're doing like 300 sit-ups.
Yeah.
All at once.
I'm pretty sure that's bogus.
Which you can actually do. I'm actually doing right now. You just contract and push in and out your belly a lot. It sure makes you sound funny when you're talking, but
like gut kegels.
Yeah, gut kegels, exactly. Yeah.
But it's just because part of me like if that thing works, why isn't everybody doing it? Because you literally
at the
you
time,
just stand there and
was.
Yeah, but was anybody getting skinnier?
I don't know. Not to my knowledge. I didn't really do much before and after.
I mean, at least like with a shake weight or something like the other gimmicky type things, you're moving something.
Right.
That you're just plugging it in, strapping it around, and sitting there.
Yeah.
That doesn't. It's kind of like. Now I know they're trying to get me all sciencey with like your laser version and I imagine there's probably something too, even like those hair helmets that with the light they put on your head.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
To them.
I'm sorry.
I have a friend who whitens her teeth with one of those UV light things, and it works from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean,
But how much other stuff are they doing too?
Oh, probably other
That's
stuff.
just, and I was like, that's, it's like, is it just the, brush your teeth? Maybe that's doing it,
Yeah, that could be.
I don't know. I love these products. And like the only of all those exercise, because my mom was a mark.
Oh, yeah.
For those.
For the as seen on TV stuff?
Oh, yeah. We had...
We've most definitely had this conversation before, but...
Yeah. Like, we had... she had the sit-up thing that you shoved under your butt to do sit-ups. She had the roll thing that you rolled. Right. She had several different deal-a-meals.
You know who my dad was obsessed with? Jake Pavelka.
I don't remember
Body
that.
by Jake?
Oh, yeah. Body by Jake, yeah.
Yeah. Body by Jake. There was a huge thing in my house because my dad bought the Firm Flex.
Yeah.
Which, for those who don't know, is a high-dollar piece of equipment that is primarily used to hang dress shirts.
Yeah.
It was one long bar and it was like a sit-up machine, but you could do all kinds of like
Body by Jake product.
The whole thing with Body by Jake was the resistance bands. Like everything had like the bands. It was like 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30. And so you could set your resistance based on what kind of level of workout you wanted to have.
Gotcha.
And so it was like a sit-up machine, but it also had a thing for your legs.
Okay.
And so we had one of those. But beyond that, my dad would like buy like all the like Body by Jake like buddy balls, which were like weighted balls basically.
Problem was they forgot to tell him the Body by Jake is Jake from the Blues Brothers. That's the Body by Jake you get from these
Yeah.
That's what's going on there. But
the other one we had growing up was Nordic Track.
Yeah.
Do you have a Nordic Track? And
No,
I'm not talking about like the fancy. I'm talking about old school wooden with the skis and the ropes.
Okay.
Like not even ropes. It was like a cord. It was like I could have broken this thing. I think I did maybe on a couple occasions.
Like
but yeah,
jump rope cord.
where you would do this, and it's a hard motion to kind of get down. Once you get in the motion, but there were also no stops on these original ones. So
Sure.
you could full blown do the splits without even trying to.
Well, that's probably why they advanced them to the modern sleek machines they are today.
Oh, yeah.
But the one that I always wanted that I wish my mom bought that never did? It was the Simulate Speed Skating one, where basically it's a slicky board with two things on the end and you could slide back and forth like you're speed skating. I wanted that one just for the sheer fun factor of it.
I get that.
But that's the one she never bought.
That's something that you could pretty successfully replicate.
Oh, I'm sure
with a pair of socks and a well polished.
Yeah, you could risky business it, but I want something designed for it where I can sit there and see, the full slide situation.
The one I always thought was really cool, and I only ever saw it like a couple of times. I never saw it in real life. I saw like the infomercial for it. There was an exercise bike, a company that had teamed up with Nintendo and released an exercise bike that was attached to a Super Nintendo, and you would play the game based on the pedaling of you would pedal.
Oh yeah,
and you could play the Excite bike or. I desperately wanted one of those. It was like $1,000. I never had it, but it was like my childhood dream machine. I would have used it 3 times and then hung dress shirts on it. But still,
the only other thing I ever wanted like that for a hot minute was that glove. Remember the Nintendo
power glove?
Yeah,
I had a friend who had that. And
it was garbage, wasn't it?
It was 100% garbage. It
Yeah.
didn't work for its stated and intended purpose, but it looked cool as heck.
Yeah.
Had all the little switches that didn't do anything.
I would say that, like, all right, let me ask this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
First, like, big thing you wanted as a kid you never got.
Well, there's a lot of those.
I mean, like toy-wise, or like the big toy, you never got it, but maybe friends got it.
Huh.
I mean, I have several, but my very first one, I know from my heart, because I got to my very first one, and I'm not sure if this is going to date you or not. I'm not sure if you were in this age of this thing was cool or not. My mode of transportation, younger, the big wheel. The big wheel was the way to go. You had your big wheel.
Sure.
And so I had the original OG big wheel, the big wheel.
Right.
But there was the Cadillac, the
Audi.
Yeah,
the 9000.
the one of all, and it was called the Green Machine.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which
and
I to this day don't know how to maneuver. Because those things had like 16 levers, 15 wheels.
My grandmother and grandfather lived in upstate New York. And for during the summers, I would go up there for 2 weeks and stay 2 weeks with my grandparents. Well, my grandparents, they didn't have much. But some of the neighbors there was like another grandmother lived up the street. And so she would let me play with the toys they had. And guess what she had?
She had a green machine.
A green machine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I got to drive the green machine. I loved it. Problem with that thing is garbage because you can't turn. That's the problem with the green, like the levers. I did the levers. It's a slight
machine.
left, slight right at best.
Right.
But boy, howdy, was it cool to pedal and use the things and all that. And I didn't care. I looked cool.
Sure.
I couldn't turn. I'd constantly hitting trees and stuff because I couldn't.
Tree, Mike.
And at least with the big wheel, you had the power slide little jobber brake thing.
The wheel lever.
Yeah. And then to be honest, that was probably the best one. My original one I had, it was the best one. It had a 3-hole thing to adjust your seat so I could grow into it. So even though I didn't learn to ride a bike till I was 27, I still had my big wheel till I was ready. It wasn't that late, but I was kind of late. And then, but then later on, my mom procured a Flintstones big wheel.
Really?
Flintstones themed. It looked like the Bedrock car kind of. Yeah, it was just a regular big wheel, but it looked like a Flintstones car.
So it had the pedals.
Yeah, but it had that fake wood look and all that.
Okay.
Problem with that, it had a non-adjustable seat, and apparently kids in that area sat with their backs at a complete reverted. The seat wasn't even flat to your back; it was inverted away. So I couldn't sit in the thing without it digging in my back.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So the Flintstone big wheel took a.
You know what? As you were telling your story, I actually thought of mine. Mine was one where it wasn't necessarily my parents denied me of it. It was more I aged out of it, or I sized out of it. Because by the time we probably could have afforded it, there's no way I could have fit in one. And that was a Power Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
I desperately, and the reason for it, my grandma, when I was a kid, had picked one up at a garage sale. Because it was for my cousin Connor, who was smaller, and he would, ride it around and stuff. But I always wanted to use that Power Wheel. I was just too big for it.
Yeah.
I had real Power Wheel aspirations, but never was able to accomplish those dreams.
Yeah.
I think that's why I drive the car I drive now.
Yeah, and I don't think they had those when I was a kid. Those came as I was later.
Really? They didn't have Power Wheels?
Not the big ones you ride in and everything. I think they had kind of cheesier versions, but nothing that not like the ones you see today or anything like that. So, but now I have a real car.
Yeah. Well, that's why I drive the tiny car I drive now. It's like my little Power Wheels, It's a little bitty thing. It kind of maneuvers well.
That's what I got my Jeep. I had my Tonka Jeep when I was a kid. You could change the wheels and everything. Drove that into the ground. But anyway. We're going to play an interview with Bob Power here in just a few, and I probably should get to it and stop telling you about my childhood toys.
Walking down nostalgia lane.
Yeah. It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No rain coming up for a while, and the heat gets turned up today. Our highs between 100 and 103, mostly sunny, and the wind will be gusting at 20 to 30 miles per hour. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s overnight, a little breezy and clear, and then 100 to 105 for the high tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, sunny, and hot again on Thursday and Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 24% with north winds at 5 miles per hour. Expect a high of 103 today under sunny skies. Southwest winds this morning, 5 to 10 miles per hour, picking up 15 to 20 for the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 67 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest 15 to 20, dropping down 5 to 10 after midnight tonight. Wednesday, sunny, high of 105 tomorrow with southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny with a high of 106, south winds 5 to 10 in the morning, 10 to 15 for Thursday afternoon. Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 105. For the weekend, a smidge cooler on Saturday, sunny, highs right around 100. And then Sunday and Monday, they're talking rain chances. A 20% chance of showers on Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 97, so even below 100. I'll take it. And then 20% chance of rain Sunday night and Monday as well. Mostly sunny, high of 94. Hey, it is 8:19. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, our interview with Bob Power, talking about the Congresswoman Yvette Harrell's vet rep having a meeting for vets tomorrow. That interview's on the other side. Don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $799, and our number one selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $999. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they are gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Attention Artesia. As part of the 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit visit to Artesia, New Mexico, June 11th through the 14th, the Artesia 9/11 Memorial Foundation is inviting you to be a part of the arrival of the exhibit on Thursday, June 10th. We would like you to join 343 total Artesians to line Main Street between 1st and 5th as the mobile exhibit arrives in Artesia. You will be holding a picture of one of the firefighters who lost their life on that tragic day in Manhattan. If you would like to be a volunteer for this memorable event, please go to Artesia City Hall on Monday, June 7th from 1:30 p.m. until 4 p.m. and receive your volunteer ticket. Please help us welcome this tribute to the heroes of 9/11 to Artesia and New Mexico. This message in support of the Artesia 9/11 Memorial Foundation is made possible by Holly Frontier Navajo Refining Company.
So, here we are, smack dab in the middle of Tailgate Nation with a whole summer of fun and adventure in front of us. And here at the Tailgate Nation, Roswell Ford is making it easier than ever for you to trade up during our used car extravaganza. Roswell Ford has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico, with quality cars and trucks starting at just $5,000. And because demand has never been higher, your trade-in has never been worth more. So if you're upside down, this is the time for you to get back on your feet. We're talking premium, hard-to-find vehicles like Raptor, High Country, Camaro, and Charger. Each one passed a rigorous 139-point inspection. And Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy without being shy. Tailgate Nation is calling, so saddle up, partner. Let's hit the road with a fresh new ride. It's the used car extravaganza at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A U.S. quarter has 119 grooves on its edge. A dime has one less groove. So by definition, that makes a dime less groovy. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from, actually, let me pull that up just a little. There you go. Pull that up a little closer just so they can. Always they can hear you better, so they don't have to listen to just me yelling all the time. Bob Power joining us back in studio this morning. Morning, sir.
Good morning, Mike.
How are you doing today?
Not too bad for an old goat.
Well, for folks that aren't familiar, see, that's guaranteed. As soon as you get on the radio, the phone's going to go off. That's a Murphy's Law right there, I'm pretty sure. But Bob joins us from time to time. We talk vet issues mostly, but dances and things from time to time, too. Any dances coming up we need to let folks know about?
There will be as soon as this COVID thing is over.
Well, I think we're close. I feel like we're now in that turquoise, and we're staying there. So
yeah,
maybe we can start boot scooting here soon a little bit. So
yeah.
But in the meantime, on Wednesday, Congresswoman Yvette Herrell, actually, she's been in town here, and we got a chance to talk to her last week and played that here. But she's having a meeting. Her vet representative, Rick Panetta, he's going to be here in town, and he wants to hear from vets. Wants to sit down and talk to vets and talk vet issues and kind of. I'm guessing it's just kind of an informational thing for the Congresswoman, pretty much.
It is. It has dual purpose. He's going to talk about new issues.
Okay.
And he wants the vets to ask questions if they have problems or for any reason, if they don't understand something.
Okay.
Ask.
So if you're having like your vet's benefit issues and things, please come to this meeting. Let Rick put you in the direction to get you some help and things like that, too.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Very good. Now, this meeting will take place on Wednesday at this upcoming Wednesday, 1 o'clock, and it's going to be at Westminster Presbyterian Church. For folks that aren't familiar, it's right behind Champion Motorsports. They're on 2nd.
Correct.
I used to, I was just joking with you. We're not joking, talk to you about living on the South End. But when I first moved to Roswell and met my wife, I was in the Air Force at the time. But her and I for a year kind of went back and forth from Roswell, on the weekends when I was off. But she lived in those apartments right behind Champion there. And at the time, right across was the Masonic Lodge. And then there's the Presbyterian Church right next door there. And I remember I lived there for a couple years, but yeah, you could walk right there. And the Masons had some kind of motorcycle thing one time when I was there. And so we were hanging out there and they were driving around kind of like the Shriners, but with motorcycles. And they did a whole thing there. But that's how I know that area because I lived right there. But yeah, the church is right there. If you get right near the park and all that, can't miss it.
And they just recently hired a new, I can't call him a pastor because he wasn't ordained in the Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
But
he's tending to the flock.
For all practical purposes, he's the pastor.
Gotcha.
It's Tom Blake.
Oh, okay. We all know Tom.
Yeah, and
Tom's a man of God and a man of very many musical talents.
And he's doing a wonderful job there.
Absolutely. So he's running the show right there. And of course, folks, we encourage vets to come out. I would guess too, family members of veterans, all that, please come and listen to this meeting, because let's face it, the family members of the vets are there, they serve just as much as the vet sometimes. And so to have if they're there helping with caretaking or helping the vet navigate through that stuff, please come and come and be a part of this discussion.
A lot of times they serve more than the vets.
Absolutely, a lot more. I mean, especially the family members of those that served when their loved ones were over in combat-like situations or those, and they got the Blue Star hanging out on front of the front porch there. I mean, that's I know we all think of World War II and Norman Rockwell. At least I do when I think of those images. Right. But that is a image that Americans have had as part of their culture for a long time, and that's and will continue long before. As long as the United States is part of the world, there's a veteran that we're going to be celebrating and honoring and talking about. So those things. But and I know this too, being a veteran myself, yourself a veteran. We're not. Sometimes we're a more stubborn lot, the veteran group, and because we're kind of built we handle our business and we don't always want to seek help. We don't always because it's just not how we're wired sometimes. And as a vet, I want to say, hey, seek help. If you need help, there's resources, there's information, there's lots of things that information and things out there to help set you up. You have earned every single one of these benefits by signing your name on that dotted line. And please do not look at it as a charity or a handout. This is things that, because of the sacrifices you've made for our country, this is the least our country can do for you. So please don't look at this as a charity or handout or veterans just get a mindset. It's like, no, I don't need that kind of stuff. I got this. I don't need. Please, if you need help, these resources are there for you, and it's not charity. It's not. You've earned it. They
earned it.
Yes. This is the least we can do, to say, hey, you were willing to give your life for the ideology that is this country. The least we can do is say, hey, let's make sure you're getting your benefits taken care of here.
And Mike, I might mention that Memorial Day celebrations got rained out.
Yeah, the rain did not. I'm with the American Legion, and we, 28 and 61, we were all going to divide and conquer and getting flags out, and the rain conquered that day. But we're going to redo a lot of that on July 3rd weekend and all that too. So please, we didn't get to do as much as we want on Memorial Day, but we're not forgetting at all.
I'm not sure of the dates, but they are going to both posts, 28 and 61 are going to have their ceremonies.
Yep. Speaking of ceremonies, I want to invite, again, Post 28 and Post 61, the American Legion posts, this Saturday, because Flag Day's on Monday. Monday the 14th is Flag Day, and I know I'm cross promoting 10 things here. Historical Society's doing their flagpole dedication on that day. But on Saturday, the 12th, this upcoming Saturday, both American Legion posts are doing a major flag retirement ceremony. There's so many flags that one post cannot handle it by itself. There's because of COVID, I think there's like somewhere like 200 flags, and they're not just from here; they're from around the state. These are all flags that need to be retired. So Saturday, we're going to make it an all-day ceremony, beginning, I believe, around 9. If you come out to the American Legion Post 28's facility on Montana there, the public is invited and encouraged. We're going to do the flag retirement ceremony, the official, the way it's done, stripe by stripe, and then cutting the stars and using them as souvenirs. It's a pretty, if you've never seen the ceremony, come out this Saturday, bring your kids, bring your family. See what it's about, and then we're going to be cooking burgers and dogs and stuff afterwards, and have a little camaraderie and some fun. And we'd love to have people come out. But if you've never been a part of a flag retirement ceremony or anything like that, I invite you to come out this Saturday, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. If you get out there, you'll see everything. But I think a lot of us are getting set up around then. I think around 9 is when they're going to
and bring a lawn chair.
Yes. It's going to be a long time. I'm not saying you have to see all 200 and some odd flags retired, because that's a big ask. But I think if you come out and see especially the beginning parts where the more pageantry side of it will be happening, about hour 3, it's going to be more of a machine like thing. But that beginning part where we see and it is, trust me, and if anybody's saying, well, burning flags, this is not burning a flag. This is, yes, technically it is burning a flag, but it is not the same in any way, shape, or form. This is a respect. This is how we pay respect to our flag, and this is the proper way to do it. And if you as an American have never seen it before, I think as an American, you should make a point, as an obligation, to come out and see this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just for, if you want to thank a veteran, these are the kind of things you should do, because these are the reasons why the veteran's doing what the veteran's doing. We all have our opinions, we all have our thoughts, and everyone loves sharing them, even more so in this day and age. But the veteran, they're there to just allow you to have that ability to do that. And you can agree, disagree, doesn't matter. The reason you have it is because a veteran made that sacrifice. And That's what Flag Day, I mean, the flag, this is all lumped in together and part of that. So, and that's why we want you to come out on Wednesday as a veteran to make sure that all the things that you're entitled to for making the sacrifices you have made to keep this country the way it is, you earned that.
Also, Rick Pineda is a new representative.
Yeah, brand new to the vet staff. And
he replaced Joe Martinez, who was veterans rep for years, and Joe did a fantastic job. But he's been replaced by Rick Pineda.
And he's a vet as well, if I remember right. Did I hear that correctly?
Rick?
Yes.
Yeah, he served, I think he said 22 years.
Okay.
Marine Corps.
All right. So he's chewed some dirt with you too. So he understands he's been there, done that, got that T-shirt with you.
Well, that's what he told me too. He said he's well aware of the needs of the veterans.
Good. So please, you're talking to one of us, basically. So if you want to talk, and really, like you said, this is just as much a benefit for our Congresswoman as it is for our veterans. Like you said, she wants this to be a resource for our veterans if they need help, but at the same time, she's using as Rick as that. Hey, what do our veterans need? I want to make sure we don't help them with things that they don't need. We want to make sure that we make it as efficient as possible to say, hey, these are the things. It's kind of like when you go to like one of these conventions and they give you a bag full of free goodies and you're like, yeah, this is great, but I don't need 20 pens. I need to talk about this. You know what I mean? That's what she don't want to give you a pen. She wants to give you a solution to your problem.
Well, I was on the council for Congressman Pierce for several years. And Congressman Pierce was fantastic when it came to the veterans.
Another vet himself.
Yeah. And Yvette Harrell appears to be the type of person that wants to be just as good, if not better.
I will say this, since she's taken over as our Congresswoman, as far as access and her people communicating and being with us, I have not enjoyed that amount since Congressman Steve Pierce was our congressman.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, I can completely agree with and conclude with or conspire with on that. So absolutely, it's been a night and day difference, and you understand. And when there's a change in administration, there's always that change in the way things are done. And like yourself, you've been for years navigating these circles and dealing with it. So when certain administrations, certain people, things open up, others they don't. And we're back to having it where we have a place where we can talk to and have an exchange of ideas with the people that represent us.
I'll never forget when Congressman Pierce flew his own plane around the world, every country that has a veteran cemetery. And
yeah, he had to break that trip up a little bit. I think some weather and some other stuff kind of. Well, anytime you fly around the world, there's going to be a hurdle or two, and he met those. But yeah, you're right. I remember that was about 4 or 5 years ago. He did that.
That was
that
at
amazing
his expense
trip
and his private plane. And
yeah, if you ever get a chance, he's got an excellent book that talks about a lot of his time in the military when he was a Vietnam fighter pilot. It's called "Just Fly the Plane, Stupid." And I'm guessing, I don't know if you can get it in stores anywhere, but I'm sure you can get it online at his website or something like that. And I was very lucky enough, he gave me an autographed copy of the book. But it's a great book. It talks about his time military, flying planes, and of course his time as Congress. And
while you're mentioning books, there's a fantastic book written by a local author here, Dorothy Aldrich.
Okay.
It's called Beyond Courage. And it's basically about the Bataan Death March.
Okay.
And very few people know this, but Roswell's National Guard was one of the last to surrender.
Oh, wow.
To the Japanese. and they didn't want to surrender, but they were ordered to by their commanding officer. And she received honors from the White House for that book. And she just recently passed away last November.
Oh.
But the book is fantastic, and I suggest that everybody read it.
Yeah, I think, don't quote me, but I bet the Historical Society probably has copies available. Don't quote you. They usually have a lot of our local authors, so I'll double check on that. But I'm willing to bet they may have some copies of that book. But I'll confirm that before I say for sure 100% on that. But they're pretty crafty at having things like that available. So. That's definitely. I love hearing those stories, and we mentioned this, and I was hearing, and I don't want to get into too details and stuff, but you talk about our guard units and stuff here. Pray for those guys, and they're the individuals, the men and women that serve in our guard units and doing amazing stuff. I know, they're dealing with tough times with just the world we live in, and these folks are serving in rotations overseas and seeing combat and seeing things that's hard to deal with, and they're processing that stuff too. So folks, look in on our veterans over there and check in those guards, the guard men and women that are serving, and just check in on them and make sure that they see if there's anything we can do to help them out, because
over the years I've seen a lack of respect for the guard. People call them the weekend warriors, and they joke about them, but they gave a lot to our country.
Sometimes they see more action than active duty.
I know.
Just because the way the politics and where they send people and things like that. And the weekend warrior mindset and all that's all well and good in peacetime. But when it's not peacetime, which it really hasn't been for the last 20 years, the guard unit and reserve units, they take a brunt of a lot of what's going on in the world and doing what they do. And that's what I'm saying is just let's take care of our folks there and look in on them, make sure they're okay. If any way they need help, look in on them. Watch their six. I know they're going to be watching each other's six, but we as a community help watch their six too, and just check in on them.
I hope we have a great turnout Wednesday. And if you do come, there's a Westminster Presbyterian Church is on 2 levels.
Okay.
Their fellowship hall is on the lower level.
Okay.
And park down on the lower level if you can.
Okay.
Because that's where it's going to be, in the fellowship hall.
Very good. And it's real easy. Basically, if you're not familiar, where Champion Motorsports is on the corner of 2nd and was that Sycamore? I think it is.
No. It's west of Sycamore.
Yeah, it's just west of there, but it's right in that area there. If you turn and go like you're going towards the park and all that, you'll see the church there. I think it'll be on your left as you're going.
If you go down that side street,
and
just keep going straight, you'll drive right in the doors of the church.
Yeah, don't do that. Stop before you hit that part. We don't want another courthouse situation over here. But it's going to be this Wednesday, again, at 1 p.m. Rick Panetta, who is the Veterans representative for Congresswoman Yvette Errol, he will be conducting a meeting. But was he thinking about an hour is what we're thinking, roughly? Plan for an hour?
We've had them from 45 minutes up to 2 hours.
Okay, so... Well,
depends on how many questions.
Sure, depends. But if you got a lot, then maybe a little bit longer. But please come out. Rick will be there from 1. Like you said, he's going to be talking to folks about information, things, and then seeking it, and then also asking questions, trying to find out the needs of vets. So if you want to speak to someone as a veteran about your service and the needs of veterans, this is going to be one of those opportunities to get to people that can make a difference. This is the ear of the Congresswoman, and all the good information that Rick's going to gather from this, and all the information he's going to give, it's going to get back to the Congresswoman, and she's going to take that and do her thing.
I talked to Rick on the phone, and he's bringing a gentleman from El Paso with him.
Okay.
Who's very knowledgeable about Veterans Affairs. So,
okay, dealing with the red tape side of getting your benefits and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, very good. So please, vets, come out. Come out if you got it's take a late lunch that day. If you're still working, come on by and come by Westminster Presbyterian Church again, located off of West 2nd, right behind Champion Motorsports. Get there a few minutes early, get you a good spot. And come with your questions. Come and if you have any questions or information, probably best would be call the Congresswoman's office, probably, or can they call you direct?
Call me direct.
Okay, what's the best number to get a hold of you, Bob?
It's 575-910-4648.
Okay.
4648.
Very good. Give him a call anytime. 2 a.m. He loves it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. But if you have any questions, want more information, or better yet, if you're a vet or someone listening and saying, hey, Bob, I love what's going on. I'd like to get involved with you and help you do some of this stuff. I'm sure Bob would love to have more volunteers and more folks helping spread the word and get involved with some of this stuff, too.
Well, this is basically handled through the Veterans Council.
Gotcha.
And it's not up to me whether they can be on the council.
Sure, but if there's folks that want to help vets, I'm sure you can put them in the right direction for that. So I got a feeling you could find a spot for them.
And there's other options too.
Mm-hmm.
American Legion Post 28
mm-hmm.
or 61.
Both of them are great.
If you're not a veteran, but your father was, you can come and join the Sons of the American
mm-hmm.
Legion.
If you're a spouse of, be the auxiliary.
Yeah, the auxiliary for your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Or if your spouse has passed away, and
mm-hmm.
you can still come and join.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a home for you as part of the American Legion,
right?
There, regardless of if you served or a family member served or something along those lines. There's opportunities, and pretty much any veteran that has served honorably before Pearl or after Pearl Harbor is eligible to become an American Legion. They about 3 years ago maybe they kind of Congress changed that law to where it's pretty much opened up to all veterans, Pearl Harbor on up, that served honorably.
Well, it was originally set up for veterans who were serving during combat time.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, if there's a few that are alive from World War I left, you're still serving, but they just kind of made that blanket date as veteran served. Yeah.
But now it's any veteran from any time.
Yeah. Wartime, peacetime, if you put on the uniform and served honorably, the American Legion would love to have you a part of its fold.
And in my opinion, if you put that uniform on, whether you saw combat or not, you're a hero.
Absolutely. The moment you said I do and signed your name over to Uncle Sam there and officially made it so you're not a part of, basically, in essence, and you know this too, that moment you sign on the contract saying you're going to sign away your life for the next 4 or 6 years here, you're giving up your constitutional rights. You're falling under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. You're making a sacrifice. No longer are you under the protection of the Constitution as a military member.
And when you sign up, you don't know if your life is going to be at risk or not.
Absolutely.
That's why I say they're heroes.
Absolutely. You are, and every cog in the wheel is part of the mission. So if even those folks that are like, what'd you do in the military? I was peeling potatoes and making, now, you know what? Army don't moves on its stomach, man. That all of that happens and guess what? when a base is attacked, they're like, oh, there's no combatants there. It's just a bunch of cooks and CE guys. They don't look at that. They're under the same dangers sometimes as the folks in the foxholes. It's all that's served are all that should be honored, and that's how we feel.
Yeah.
So, again, one more time, 1 o'clock this Wednesday at Westminster Presbyterian Church. They're located behind Champion Motorsports on
4th Street.
On 4th Street, right there by right off West 2nd in that area right there.
The address is 2801 West 4th Street.
West 4th Street. Very good. Right over there by the park and Champion Motorsports. Can't miss it there.
Right.
But 1 o'clock's when everything will get underway. It's Rick Panetta, who is the new veterans representative for Congresswoman Yvette Harrell, will be there providing information and therefore questions as well, too. So
correct.
Good deal. Is there anything we missed, Bob? We get it all.
Breakfast.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat here. I'm ready to find some food myself. So, Bob, as always, give out your phone number one more time, too, if they have any questions.
575-910-4648.
Very good. Call if you have questions or otherwise. Come on out Wednesday, beginning at 1 o'clock. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Just bring yourself.
But ignore what Mike said and don't call me at 2 in the morning.
Bob would not appreciate that. I was kidding when I said that part. But for the rest of the time, and don't call him right now. He's still busy. Give him about 5 minutes.
I turned my phone off.
Oh yeah, you'll get Bob's voicemail right now, but here in a few minutes he'll turn it on. Thank you, sir, as always. Appreciate what you do, and we look forward to talk again here in the near future with our next events and things coming up. Maybe a few dances as well.
Well, we've got our next event is going to be a late gospel show.
All right.
We wanted to do it on Memorial Day weekend,
but things have to change there.
All
right.
Yeah, but we're going to do one. It's going to be a very patriotic one.
Okay.
But
we thinking around the 4th time frame or a little later? Or
it's going to be on the 26th of this month.
Okay, so here in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Yeah. All right. Well, good. Well, we'll get you back on and talk more about that, okay?
Yeah, if you don't harass me about 2 o'clock in the morning phone calls.
I make no promises. Thank you, Bob. Take care. We'll see you next time. Okay.
Thank you.
A healthy heart decreases chances of weight gain and boosts a positive mood. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell or call 622-4455. The temps are high and so are the savings. The sizzling summer savings event is on now at Roswell Nissan with the largest pre-owned inventory in the region and nearly every pre-owned vehicle on the lot marked down $500 to $2,000 or more. Like a certified pre-owned 2020 Pathfinder with $2,500 off. Stop in and spin the wheel for your chance to win AirPods, a smartwatch, or even $500 cash. Put a little sizzle in your summer during the sizzling summer savings event at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd. Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The world's oldest chewing gum dates back to at least 5,000 years. After chewing it, they stuck it at the bottom of their desk. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 53 minutes after 8 o'clock. Stay tuned next hour. About 9:15 or so, Robert Reynolds will be joining us. Robert joins us once a month to keep us up to date on things happening around town. When prior to COVID, he'd tell us all what's going on at Senior Circle and those events. Those are still not happening, COVID, although I would imagine they probably will start picking those back up here as soon as we're now phasing out of this whole COVID thing. But he keeps us up to date on like gospel, his church poetry, and different other groups, things like that. So he'll join us next hour and let us know what's happening in those circles there. Hey, for all you fresh produce loving folks, which is all of us, right? The Chaves County Courthouse lawn will once again be hosting the Main Street Roswell's Farmers Market. The beginning will be July 10th. That Saturday will be the first July where folks can go out to the Farmers Market there and get your fresh produce and all kinds of other stuff. They have nonprofits will have things set up out there. Lots of produce and great stuff there, but handcrafted items, meats too. Like I've seen stuff where you're not buying like a steak and walking away, but like where you booths where you can order like, locally raised stuff, meats and things like that. It's a lot of great stuff. Now, if you're interested in becoming a vendor for the farmers market, you need to contact Peggy. You can do so by calling Peggy at 575-208-8238. Again, that's 575-208-8238. You can also visit mainstreetroswell.org to get more information about the farmers market. But again, it'll be from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday morning beginning July 10th. And they've got it scheduled to go through October 9th. That sometimes that end date changes based on produce, basically. That's usually around the time, that first time of October, that first week. That's usually around when the crops and things start drying up and the produce and things for the summer and spring stuff starts going away. So that's about, but that can float. So if the crops aren't doing so well, they might end it a week or two early. But on the other side of that, if there's still got folks and they're going, no, I still got more produce, we can go another, they'll go. I mean, it's not been unheard of where sometimes they'll take it into November once. It's been a year or two, I think, in the past where they popped it into November as well. So that's an option. But for all you produce loving folks, beginning July 10th, you can swing on by the Chaves County Courthouse lawn beginning at 7, last till about 11. Pro tip: if you've never been out to the farmers market before and you're looking for produce, like if you're there, I'm here for produce and that's it. That's what I want. Be there as close to 7 as possible. Just because the people that want fresh produce, that's when they get there too. And so if you want to make sure you get the best selections of the produce available, be there at 7. Because, by 10 o'clock, some of them are sold out and things like that. So get there early. But if you space out and sleep in on Saturday, I tend to do that on a time or two, or pretty much every Saturday I can. You get there like 8 o'clock, no biggie. You'll still find some great person, some great just other stuff as well, from homemade decor and products and things to opportunities to help out some of our nonprofits. I know like our American Legion Post last year would set up out there. They were selling masks and things. Probably not selling masks this time. seeing how there's not the demand there was a year ago for those. But, we'll be doing stuff like that. So, but if you're interested in having a booth out at the farmer's market, again, the person you need to contact is Peggy, and you can do so at 575-208-8238. I believe, if you don't mind trekking to Artesia, their farmer's market's already started. Theirs is going right now on Saturdays. I don't know off the top of my head where exactly they do it, but they do their farmers markets on Saturdays there. So if you're interested in getting some produce and can't wait till the 10th, that's a great way to do that. Hey, July 1st to the 3rd, of course, that's going to be a busy week for everyone here in Roswell as UFO Festival's going on. Also, Alien Fest with Main Street Roswell. That's all part of the weekend, and that's all part of, things going on. Great family fun. They're going to have scavenger hunts, costume contests, free entertainment, crafts, all of that is part of it as well. The 501st Legion, for you Star Wars fans out there, they're going to be as part of this year. If you go to UFOFestivalRoswell.com, again, www.UFOFestivalRoswell.com. You can see lists of pretty much everything that's going on in terms of UFO Festival and Alien Fest and all of the things that are part of it. It's a little different this year, and what I mean by that is the main street will not be closed like it normally would have been for UFO Festival and all that. They've kind of moved it to different events around town. Main Street Corridor will still have stuff happening down, Courthouse Lawn and the merchants and all that as part of Alien Fest, live music and all that. But as far as the actual street itself, it will be open for traffic. So it won't be closed down between like 2nd and 5th or 6th like it normally is. That will be open for traffic this year. So, but we'd love to have you still stop here in the Main Street downtown area and visit take part in the scavenger hunts and all the fun stuff that's going on there, live music and everything, great food, and great merchants will be offering sales and all kind of stuff. But July 1 through 3rd, all of it going on, UFOFestivalRoswell.com. All right, we're going to get you up to date with news. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. If you couldn't reach a favorite website today, this may be why. An outage at a California-based cloud service company.
Dozens of high-traffic websites, including the New York Times, CNN, Twitch, Reddit, and even the UK government's homepage could not be reached. San Francisco-based Fastly acknowledged the problem this morning and said in repeated updates on its website it was continuing to investigate the issue. And then an hour later, the company said the issue had been identified and a fix had been applied. But customers may experience increased origin load as global services return. Fastly provides vital behind-the-scenes cloud computing services to many of the web's high-profile sites. I'm Julie Walker.
Vice President Harris put in charge more than 2 months ago of the administration's response to the border crisis, has yet to visit the southern border, although today she is a bit closer. Harris is in Mexico for a meeting with that country's president. Israel could be on the verge of resolving its latest political crisis. A vote of confidence on a proposed new coalition government is planned for Sunday as longtime Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu struggles to hold on to power.
The new coalition brings together parties from across the political spectrum. Factions from the far right to the far left have been united in their desire to oust Mr. Netanyahu. He's desperately trying to peel away support for the proposed government and deny it the parliamentary vote of confidence it must win.
The BBC's Alan Johnston. They got it, but they couldn't hold on to it. Much of the $4.4 million paid by Colonial Pipeline to those behind a ransomware attack has now been recovered, according to the Justice Department. Wall Street, the Dow down 28 points, NASDAQ 21 points higher. The S&P is off 2 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I have 2 dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynovite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynovite dog, and he has 0 issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynovite. When I get out the Dynovite, my dogs actually salivate, like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynovite from DINOVITE.com.
Deadly turmoil engulfs Afghanistan as Western troops pull out of the troubled country.
Several hundred people were protesting in Faizabad in Badakhshan when clashes broke out. They're angry about poor drinking water, security and power cuts. Elsewhere, residents in the capital, Kabul, and in Herat were left without electricity after pylons were blown up. As many as 20 have been damaged in recent weeks, causing widespread disruption to imported power supplies. As international troops continue to withdraw, there are more reports of fighting between the Taliban and government forces defending urban centres. Some reports suggest the Taliban has just overrun another district in Faryab province.
The BBC's Jill McGivering. UN appeals judges have upheld the convictions of former Bosnian Serb military chief Ratko Mladic for genocide and other offenses during Bosnia's war, confirming his life sentence. News and analysis, townhall.com. Big shoes to fill as Southern California's Saddleback Community Church begins a search for a new lead pastor.
Pastor Rick Warren has announced he is retiring. Warren told his congregation Sunday the search for his successor will be launched this week, according to the Orange County Register. The 67-year-old Warren has led the Saddleback Church for 42 years. While the main campus is in Lake Forest, Saddleback Church has expanded to 14 locations in Southern California with an average weekly attendance of 30,000. There are also international campuses in Hong Kong, Germany, the Philippines, and Argentina. Warren has written multiple books, including The Purpose-Driven Life. I'm Mike Gracia.
French President Macron slapped in the face today by a man. It happened as Macron visited a small town in southeast France, and there is a video of the incident. It's been circulating widely online. Yet on Wall Street, the Dow down 36 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace Inviernos
of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah.
Hope all of you having a good day so far. Mm-hmm. Things going well for you. It's going to be warm.
Yeah, it is.
If you like that, then you're golden.
You like the feeling of like stuff sticking to stuff? Boy, we got that for you.
Well, it could be worse. Could be like East Coast and get the hot and the humidity.
You're right. They say, the whole, it's just a dry heat and so's an oven, but there really is a marked difference.
It is.
Like when I'm 90 degrees and 90% humidity in Oklahoma, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Versus here, I'm mildly uncomfortable until I find some shade or a pool of water.
Well, that's just it. Here, the shade's effective.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it is.
Back growing up in Maryland, it was not. You go under the tree, you're just as hot. It's just the sun.
Now, that having been said, the last several days have maybe felt a little more, and I think a lot of that's because there's still a lot of standing water around Roswell. It's felt a little more humid than most average summer days.
Yeah, I imagine skeeters are up too. Probably got skeeters.
Probably a huge skeeter problem down south.
Yeah. And that was the other thing that stinks.
The water that's pooling up down south?
No, but at nights during the summer, you had to have the citronella candles and stuff or you get tore up.
Dude.
It's just the way it is.
So I've mentioned this before on the show, but I went to, one of the times I went back to visit family in Oklahoma, I went to Chakotah, Oklahoma. Chakotah, Oklahoma is famous for one reason and one reason only. It is the home of Carrie Underwood, the original hometown of Carrie Underwood.
Does it got a big sign saying that?
It does, the home of Carrie, yeah. And I fully understand why that young lady sings depressing country music. This is one of the most depressing I can't even call it cities, towns that I've ever been to. It's like the air of meth hangs low over Chakotah, Oklahoma. But the reason I bring it up is because they had insects here that I'm pretty sure survived the Mesozoic era. These things, I've never seen bugs that were this big. Just
did they make
flapping around.
Vinogrones look like supermodels?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, like big June bugs that were like, you would hear their wings flap. And what was really entertaining was they had a bug zapper. And this thing wasn't just like it was like, it was like frying. You could hear like screams. Help me!
Well, maybe that's why out those patch areas, the bug zapper is more entertaining because the other place, you think down south, like the swamplands and all that, because they're shooting probably dragonflies the size of eagles.
Yeah.
in that thing.
Got another one there, Jim.
So maybe that's more entertaining because it's like, ooh, that one blew up real good.
You know what's funny is I didn't see dragonflies till I moved to New Mexico. Back home, we have horseflies.
Yeah, I know about those.
Horseflies are a son of a gun.
Yeah, they sting.
They bite.
Or bite or whatever
bite,
it is.
Yeah.
It hurts. Whatever it is they do, it
bad.
hurts.
I was on the high dive of a swimming pool and I got bit by a horsefly and I flopped off and belly flopped from a high dive. That was a whole 1-2 punch of bad days for me when I was a kid. That was rough.
You ever been bit by a crawdad?
No.
I have. Well, binged. They used to have we didn't have them as prevalent as they do down south.
Sure.
But some of the creeks and stuff down in southern Maryland and Virginia, if you caught them in the right time, they'd be down there hibernating. And you could tell, you'd look at the creek beds or whatever, and then you just see this, the dirt underneath the water's clear enough if you could see through it. And then you could see through, but you'd see this bubbling in the dirt. If you dig down in there enough, there's a crawdad down there.
Oh, snap.
They will bite you.
Sure.
Yeah,
I imagine crawdads.
I found one that came up hanging off my thing, off my finger there. It was just hanging, but yeah.
I imagine that probably didn't feel too great.
And I saw one that was huge. It was like the size of a baby lobster. I swear to God, I pulled one out, and it was that big.
Wow.
From tail to claw. It was about 6 inches long.
Dang.
And
this sounds like a real lucrative opportunity that you were sleeping on.
Well,
you could open up, young Mikey's crawdaddery.
Problem was, I'd find him at 2 at a time.
Okay. Small batch crawdaddery. You were artisan before artisan was cool, Mike.
I was just a kid playing in the mud.
Specialty small batch artisan crawdads. Served by the 2-pack straight to your door. $49.95 for a 2-pack of artisan crawdads.
Yeah. Well, we learned that because we were like, what's bubbling in there? And of course, being dumb
table.
kids, we're sticking stuff down in there, our hands and everything, trying to, being stupid.
Toes.
And we learned. We learned that's a crawfish.
Here's a fun southern fact for you. And I don't know how often this is going to come up because I don't know a lot of people that chew tobacco these days. But if you ever get stung by a yellow jacket wasp, real one of those big bees, take a little Red Man chewing tobacco. You don't have to be Red Man.
Could it be?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the brand matters, but if you put that over the sting, it'll not only take the sting from the sting away, it'll also take the stinger out.
Ah, interesting. All right.
It happened to me when I was in Oklahoma too. It was when I was a little kid, got stung, and my granddad put some Red Man.
What if I just bathe in a spittoon? Will that get the job done?
Yeah, it'll definitely. You know what? It'll help with your whole social distancing problem.
This is true.
People will give you a wide path.
Every time I think of that, all I think of is the movie Sideways. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, with Giamatti. And the scene, and it's not a spittoon for tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
He's in like they're in the Napa Valley doing that's where the whole movie's setting, and so they're doing the wine tasting on it. But they're in some wine tasting bar, and Paul Giamatti's character, his cheese done slipped off his cracker, and he ends up drinking the spit bucket of the spittoon full of 60 different batches of wine, and just right in the middle of the place. So every time I think of spittoons, I think of that scene from Sideways.
Yep. That's that might have triggered some real world in me, dude. When I was a kid, and this is going to come as a shock to a lot of you. When I was a kid in high school, I used to do stupid stuff for money.
That does not surprise me.
Or for attention.
Or for a camera.
Or for a couple of giggles.
Yeah.
One time in a science class, and this I want to say freshman year, I was desperate for friends in high school. I passed a soda bottle around the class and let the 2 or 3 people spit in it or something like that. And I took a big drink for $1, I think it was.
$1?
Yeah, dude. I was.
Yeah, you low beat. You at least go holler for 10 or 20.
It's a business practice. People tend to go to the cheapest whore in town. I was the cheap one. I would do it for $1. I probably could have held out for a couple bucks.
I think you could have, if you had an audience, get at least $1 from everybody.
Yeah, but it was. I think maybe I got $1 or something from people that actually spit in it or something. But I don't remember what it was. But I just remember when you said that just triggered that in my head. Oh, that's a memory I locked away that I forgot about.
Yeah,
this is the wrong kind of therapy, man.
Maybe avoid that story when you tell your kids how to make friends in school.
Yeah.
Maybe leave that story out.
Well, that and the day that I wore Lycra bike shorts to school in the 5th grade. That's one of those I will never forget.
Now,
you got an interview.
I know.
Let's just go ahead and leave that on the palette of America.
Okay. I just want to know.
5th grade.
I just want to know, before we go into the whole, I don't know the whole story, but I want to know, when you left the house going to school, did you think you were looking good?
No.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted. I didn't know if you came out
I didn't
have shorts.
An option that morning.
Okay. Then it's a sad story, not a funny story.
I wasn't going for style points. Let's just put it that way.
I thought maybe you were you're trying to dap yourself up and oop, Lycra shorts. Yeah. The ladies'
world. Smallest bulge.
And then you got to school and found out, hey, this is not as cool as I thought it was.
This was a badge. No, it was not for any of those reasons. Not at all.
Okay. All right. Just curious. It is 9:14. Robert Reynolds is going to join us here in just a few. But before we do that, here is your weather, where you might need that Lycra, although it doesn't breathe very well. Maybe pick a looser, breathable fabric today.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No rain coming up for a while, and the heat gets turned up today. Our highs between 100 and 103, mostly sunny, and the wind will be gusting at 20 to 30 miles per hour. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s overnight, a little breezy and clear, and then 100 to 105 for the high tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, sunny, and hot again on Thursday and Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 78 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 25%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny, high of 103 today with southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning. They'll pick up 15 to 20 for this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 67 degrees. Southwest winds 15 to 20, dropping down 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight tonight. Wednesday, warmer. Even still. Sunny, high of 105 tomorrow. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, high of 106. South winds 5 to 10 in the morning, 10 to 15 for the afternoon. Friday, sunny, high of 105. Saturday, sunny, high of only 100. So, break out your sweaters for Saturday. And then Sunday, maybe, just maybe, some rain. 20%, so it's an 80% chance it won't, but 20% chance of showers Sunday with a high of 97, and actually that carries into Sunday night, and then Monday we're looking at a 20% chance of showers, sunny with a high of 94, so a little bit cooler too next week, so I'll take that. All right, it is 9:16, and real quick, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They've got you covered. They've got 22 ammo in stock. Also, 50-count boxes of 9mm ammo in stock. Looking for accessories? They are the largest Vortex optics dealer in the state. They also now carry the Athlon spotting scopes, too. And as always, they're your Benelli, Stoeger, and Uberte dealer. And if you're looking to sell guns, oh boy howdy, will they buy your guns. They'll buy single gun, if your entire gun collection, estate, if you're looking to trade up. Maybe you have a 9mm and want to upgrade it to a, 45 or something like that. No problem. Zia Guns USA here in Roswell has you covered. Also, coffee drinkers. They've got your Black Rifle coffee in stock at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. Also, fellas, have you seen the Dr. Squatch soap for men, soap products and accessories for men? It's all online. I've seen it all over the place. But you're like, I'm kind of wondering, but I'd like to see it first. No problem. Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They're your only full-fledged Dr. Squatch retailer in Roswell. You can swing by, touch it, feel it, smell it, all that good stuff before you purchase. Right there at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They are open every single day except Saturdays, because Saturdays they spend with family, and you should too. They are open on Sundays too, so swing on by 1907 North Main or call them 575-622-0023. Again, that's 575-622-0023. All right, it is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then Robert Reynolds will join us on the other side. We'll talk all about stuff happening around town with him. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest control management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatments, and commercial weed control. They're the only authorized Centricon termite elimination system operator in southeastern New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today. Southeastern New Mexico's pest management professionals, 623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Our original gold-rimmed homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Smokey's Country Market in Capitan and all Farmers Country Markets.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, "No, I'm growing like a bamboo." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning for his monthly visit, Robert Reynolds back with us. Morning, Robert.
Morning, Mike. Good morning, everybody.
How are you doing today?
Okay, I hope everybody's doing good and have a good day.
Yeah, doing well. Summer. Kids graduated from high school last week. Kids are out for the summer. The things around town, city services, splash pads and pools opening up, and things are happening there. So it's getting busy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for folks that aren't familiar, Robert joins us once a month, and he keeps us up to date on lots of things happening around town. Senior Circle, things like that. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened for since COVID here, and we haven't heard yet when their plans to reopen are. But they're still closed. But there's lots of other things Robert's got information on that's going on, from Genealogical Society to your poetry group to gospel singing to just other events happening around town and things like that. So Robert joins us once a month to keep us up to date on those things. So, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in and doing things. How's your summer been so far? This first part of it, anyway.
Good. I'm starting to get back busy now. My program's opening up.
All right. So you guys doing I know you guys had your first poetry meeting, right? Since in a while, just recently. How'd that go?
Yeah, real good.
Good. Did you get the group come back together? Most of the folks come back, or get some new faces too?
Yes.
Good. Okay. We'll talk more about it here in a little bit. So if you poetry fans out there want to say, hey, what do you mean poetry? Hold on. We'll get to you. Yeah. Rob will tell you all about it here in just a little bit. But I guess we'll start at the beginning. Senior Circle, like I said, no update there as far as normally they do their birthday parties, but that they're still closed. So they're on hold till we hear more information on that. Very good. What about the Genealogical Society? They're at the Wilson Cobb Library. Are they starting to open back up, or are they still cool? Okay.
They're waiting, I think, to July.
Okay, maybe here in a month or so. Okay. So if you're not familiar, the Wilson Cobb Library is home to the Genealogical Society, and folks love doing genealogy, wanting to learn about their family history and things. I know there's a lot of online resources now with your ancestry.coms and all that. Well, the Genealogical Society, they kind of have the best of both worlds. They you join, it's very cheap to join, like $5 a year or something, and you basically get access to not only their library full of stuff, but online resources and everything else. So if you love this kind of thing, I'd say, hey, you should sign up and allow their resources to be a part of your library of stuff. So yeah. So just contact them, and they'll be happy to talk about that. Give us an update on your High Prairie Poetry Society. I know we just, like I said, we had your first meeting here in a while and all that. Give us an update on what y'all are doing.
So I was out with Enchanted Hills for my picnic, and I got 14 poets, mostly senior citizens.
Okay.
And we had four of the poetry showed up, and was there for a couple hours.
Nice.
So I had to put my foot down, and I wrote a letter to everybody. We don't have no poetry in June, July, and August.
Okay.
But we'll start back in September, 18th.
And that's normally how you guys do, is take the summers off and then pick back up in the fall, usually.
And in the letter, I told them, if I can't get 6 people out to the poetry on September 18th, I will resign on September 19th.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick to that.
So let's get some more folks so you don't have to.
Yeah. So even with 5 people, I'll still resign.
Well, maybe we'll get you 10, and then you can't leave. You got to stay 2 more years. But if folks are interested, contact Robert here. We'll give his phone number at the end here. But if you love poetry, that's really the only requirement. Maybe you come to the meetings and share some poetry you've written. Maybe you share poetry that other people have written that just means something to you. Maybe you don't share any poetry. You just come and listen to other people's poetry. But the only common thread is you got to love poetry. If you like the listening, reading, hearing, reciting poetry, then we'd love to have you as part of the High Prairie Poetry Society.
I can see it like an emergency death in the family.
Sure.
If something comes up like that. But if you got like a woman meeting and somebody coming into town to visit, bring them over to poetry. And it's just excuses.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it.
Gotcha. Understood. So come on out September, and let's get her going again.
I completed 9 years as a Poetry House president.
It's time for maybe someone else to take the mantle here. But
it would have folded if I had been president. There would have been no more Poetry in Roswell. Nobody wanted it 9 years ago, and they probably don't now either.
Well,
but we're the same people.
Okay. Well, if there's any poetry lovers out there, let's keep it alive. Come by and see and get a hold of Robert here, and let's get going. So, okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
Anytime. Any update on the Commission on Aging? Are they still meeting or picking back up at their meetings? Or
I've never heard.
Nothing new on that one? Okay.
I forgot to put the website on there.
The Commission on Aging website? Is it...
That's the only way you can find out on the website.
Okay. Is it like through the city or county or...
Yeah, through the city.
Through the cities. So you can probably go to roswell-nm.gov.
I really
get
don't
more.
think anything's happening on that. I haven't heard nothing whatsoever.
Okay. I'll dig around. I'll take a look. Sun Country Physical Therapy. Of course, that's your place you go, and they've done a lot for you to get you to where you're at today as far as health-wise. There was a couple years ago, Robert was about twice the size he is now, and he's lost over 100 pounds there and kept it off and continues to go there for nutrition and physical therapy training and all that kind of stuff. So, And they can do all that for you too. That's why Robert wanted to mention that. But not only that, they also do sports injuries, rehab from, surgeries, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, they do a little bit of everything there, and he's got some good workers, and he's been there 29 years now.
All right.
And he takes and not just was overweight and just falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my neck worked on through the VA hospital, sent me there. I mean, clinic rather.
Mm-hmm.
And I did 10 treatments. And he's saying I turned 70 years old, and he had 3 other people that was exercising over 70 for free. And he said you can come in for free
Nice.
and exercises. And that's when I weighed 324 pounds. Now I'm proud to say I'm 214.
Nice. Congratulations. And, of course, he's there just helping seniors get active and get back into shape again, basically.
But
That's great.
You got to put effort into it and be determined. Or if you're just going there to exercise one time, we've had 7 or 8 people do that.
Sure.
And they don't come back.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, they're going to give you all the tools, but when it comes to losing weight and being healthy, ultimately the person that has to be on board is you. And if you're not, then you're probably not going to have long-term success. You may have a short-term or something that you regress back to. But, yeah, you got to commit your brain fully to it. Otherwise, you're just dipping a toe in and you're going to cheat and do things. And we're all going to cheat. We are, you know what I mean? We get a day where like, I just really want that pizza or whatever. And you can have those. It's just you got to get back on the horse and
get back on and work back off.
Yeah, go back and do the work, And
I'm not the only person that lost weight. Just one woman lost 96 pounds.
That's great.
And then she didn't come back for about 3 months, and she had put the weight back on, and I feel sorry for that. And,
that happens,
Daryl said, well, you got to start over.
Yeah, that's why you got to kind of take that mindset of this is a lifestyle change, not just I'm trying to lose 30 pounds or 40 pounds and be done with it. Because if that's your mindset, yeah, you might lose the 30 or 40 pounds, but over time you're going to gain it right back. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, but you're going to do that. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet or a crash course in trying to get you back right again and then back to your old habits. You got to commit to it. So
they'll take care of you down there.
Absolutely,
Sun Country.
Probably explain a lot better than I did there at Sun Country. So, also for folks that don't know, Robert is a member of the Trinity United Methodist Church, and when he's not there celebrating God, he's also singing and doing all kinds of stuff there too.
Yes, our new pastor's coming July 4th. That Sunday will be his first sermon, and he's a South Korean. He was born and raised in South Korea, and he came over here and. Him and his wife, and they got 2 children. They're coming to our church, and it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah.
And,
well, we welcome them. And you said they're going to be here July 3rd?
July 4th. Right?
July 4th, okay. So, but they're going to be here during like UFO Festival and 4th of July and all that. So I hope they don't think we party like that all the time.
We have to go back over there.
They're just partying all the time. And when I got here, they came in, there was a party. I didn't know.
Maybe that's just days well.
Yeah, I think we do that all the time. No. That's just for UFO Festival. But if folks are looking for a church home, we'd love to have you come out and visit the church and be a part of the services. And I'm sure Robert's always looking for a few good gospel singers to join him up on the stage there.
Yeah.
Good deal. What do you know? give the address or where they're located for folks that they don't know, the Trinity United Methodist Church.
Oh, the what?
The church. Tell folks where it's located if they don't know.
Oh, where our church is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on South Union.
Yeah.
Between Alameda and Hobbs.
Okay.
And it's from 9 o'clock early service and 11 o'clock the late service.
Very good. And both are in person if you want. Do they have online still, or is it all just in person?
It's all in person now.
Okay, very good. So come by the church and celebrate God.
Yeah.
And sing with Robert. Or listen to Robert. So either way. So, very cool. How's Frank doing? Frank Castro.
Super.
Good. Since he's got his kidney, he's doing better?
He calls me 3 times a week, and he gets his therapy up in Midwestern, then he goes to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And he's got more energy.
Good.
And he walks in the mall a couple days a week.
So he's slowly getting back to life before he needed the new kidney.
From 4 weeks ago to now, what an improvement.
Good.
And I keep telling wanting to say hi to him, and he said we'll come and sing sometime for you.
Well, we can't wait. I'm holding him to it this fall or when he's able. Yeah. Come on in. For folks that don't know, Frank, great guy. He's a longtime musician. I mean, if you've gone to any of the adult center dances or participated in like senior day out at the fair, odds are pretty good you've seen Frank play music with him and his band and everything. Just an overall good guy. But unfortunately, a couple years ago, he needed a new kidney. And he's been last couple years on the waiting list for the kidney. Well, fortunately, a couple months ago, he got his kidney. And so now he's on the road to recovery. So he's been slowly phasing away from just relying on dialysis to now living with his new kidney and getting his strength back and getting his life back to it was prior to needing the kidney here. So, and I would imagine part of that is his music stuff. So, I told Robert here, as soon as Frank is up and ready, love to have him come in here, bring his guitar, and build out some tunes for us. That'd be great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'd love to have him do that. So I'm going to hold him to it. You're going to come in here maybe this fall.
Yeah, he's supposed to be listening this morning.
Well, good. Well, we're all rooting for you and so happy and praying for you and your family, and glad to see the blessings are coming to you guys. It's awesome. Yeah, definitely. Vitalant, of course, they've got a bunch of blood drives and things. I always tell people, call Stephanie, get those appointments. They've got blood drives going on throughout Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia all month long.
Yeah, we do quite a bit of that.
Mm-hmm. A matter of fact, I have it. Give me a paper. It might be buried under a couple papers here. But the schedule, and I was mentioning it earlier. Far as this week, you can donate blood. A lot of it's in Carlsbad this week. There is Roswell tomorrow and Friday, but today and tomorrow they're going to be in Carlsbad. Today they're out at the Boys and Girls Club at the gym there in Carlsbad, 206 East Pecan. Tomorrow they're at Carlsbad Medical Center from noon to 5. But Thursday they're back here in Roswell at the Vitalant office from 11 to 2:30, and then on Friday, they're going to be out at Eastern New Mexico Medical Center in the Mesquite Room from 9 to 12:30. Call or text Stephanie to get an appointment, 575-840-8178. Again, that's 575-840-8178. And they are still asking folks to wear your masks and stuff when you go to donate blood. Yeah. So please wear that mask when you go to do that. So. Yeah, but those and then they've got more. So if this week don't work for you, they got plenty next week and rest of the month too. Yeah. There, so very good. But yes, give the gift of life, donate that blood, especially if you have the O, either positive or negative. Those are used more than the other types. They're universal in some of those cases. So when it's emergency situations, a lot of times they go to that O blood. So if you're an O blood type, and if you don't know, you'll find out the first time you donate blood. Yeah. But if you are, you're always in demand. But maybe if you have that blood type, maybe see if you can get on a regular schedule every 3 months, donate blood that way. Yeah. Just because your blood's a little more valuable. Sorry.
I go every 2 months.
Yeah. It's a really great way to do that. Of course, UFO Festival coming up. The first week of July there through the 4th, that weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. UFO Festival. Roswell.com, I believe, is the website. You can see everything. UFOFestivalRoswell.com. You can go there and see the whole schedule of events and everything right there. So that's a good. And note This year's a little different because Main Street's having their Alien Fest part downtown, and then the UFO Festival is going on at various locations around town. But what's different this year is Main Street will not be closed during the UFO Festival like it normally is. You know how 2nd through 5th Street, that's normally closed? It will not. It will be open through traffic. There will be events going on downtown and everything, but as far as the road itself, you can drive through. So that's, I don't know, as someone that likes to drive, I like that. Me personally. So, yeah. But so just make note of that. Give us an update on Invader baseball.
No, they're playing now.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to play over the weekend.
Yeah, they're playing out at Joe Bauman Stadium.
And, I got the schedule from this guy that works at the gym. Off the computer, he got me the schedule.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can buy the tickets down there. You got to buy it online. I have no idea.
Well, the RoswellInvaders.com is the website you can go to, and and you can get tickets, swag if you want to buy you shirts and ball caps and things like that. They sell on the website too. But also you can get some important dates because Invaders have some Read with the Invaders and baseball camps coming up here. Yeah. Matter of fact, the Read with the Invaders, this is new to this season. Bring a book to read to an invader or have a Roswell Invader read a book to you. Afterwards, they do a wiffle ball game and a hot dog lunch. Those are during the day. There's 4 different dates. Cost is $20 per person, and it's 10 a.m. to noon. Thursday, June 10th, they're going to be doing it, so day after tomorrow. They'll do it again on Wednesday, June 16th. And then they'll do twice in July, Friday, July 9th, and then Thursday, July 22nd. Again, those are all at 10 to noon during those times to read with the Invaders. They also have the Invaders Youth Baseball Camp. That's for ages 6 through 17 for kids. They ask that they come in their baseball uniforms and bring their bat and glove. And each camper will get a T-shirt. Cost is $35. It's 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., and they have 4 different dates. Next Monday, June 14th, the Monday after that, June 21st, and then in July, Thursday, July 8th, and Monday, July 19th. Again, RoswellInvaders.com will get you information on all those, the games that Robert's talking about here. And, of course, if you're wanting to get your Roswell Invader ball caps and hats and T-shirts, you'll find it all there at the website, too.
Does it say how much the tickets are per person?
I don't know. It probably have to go look. It doesn't say it on my paper here, but I think it will say it on the website there if you go look. So
I'd like to have a copy of that.
Yeah, I'll make a copy of this for you here before we go. So definitely. But yeah, lots of great stuff happening there for the Invaders. Yeah. And baseball's happening here in Roswell.
I'm they're back. Well, last year was boring without much sports going on.
Yeah, it's nice to have them back here, seeing some These are all guys hoping to make the big leagues here, these semi-pro baseball. You know, some of those guys you're going to see out there at Joe Bauman here in a couple of years might be lacing them up for the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Cubs or the Astros or one of these Major League Baseball teams. You know, you never know.
That'd really be nice.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see that. And you'd be like, I remember that guy. He was pitching for the Invaders, you know. Now look at him; he's up there with the Texas Rangers. You know, that'd be pretty cool. So, but that's how it starts. So, let's see. Up next, talk a little bit about Harvest Ministries and Salvation Army and some of what the help they need right now.
Those two they help a lot of people in town for the food and stuff, and they always need help year round, and they take donations. They take clothing, and furniture, and different things. And if you need furniture or something, then you can come in and go down to their clothing store.
Absolutely.
And they get you fixed up.
Yeah, both of those entities, Harvest Ministries, which is right here on Main Street, just a couple blocks downtown here. You can go there, and for folks that need food and help, but they're always for donations and things, volunteers, if you'd like to volunteer, always look at that. Same with Salvation Army. They're on the south end, always helping people with financial needs, food needs, fans they do, like when it gets hot like this, they usually collect like fans and give them out and things like that for folks that need them. So they could use those help donations. Ask them. Matter of fact, if you have a bunch of fans, give the Salvation Army a call. They maybe say, hey, can you use these? They all work good. I know you guys give away fans from time to time, and in case you haven't noticed, the highs are like 103, 105 and everything. Maybe they could use them down there at the Salvation Army so that they can give away to folks that need them. So, but call the Army and call ahead first and ask them before you do that. I'd hate to tell you guys just start coming down there with fans and they're like, I ain't got no room for these fans. Call ahead first just to make sure they're good with it. Please.
Otherwise,
the Salvation Army's like, that Winters guy, he got us in trouble the other day. Talk about the Roswell Animal Shelter and all that there and what's going on there.
No, they got a lot of animals need up for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
And they charge a price for the adoption, but I don't know if they charge a price to take a dog down and to put it in the shelter. I don't know that.
No, I don't think to surrender an animal it costs. I don't think. But yeah, they charged when you adopt, and it's pretty much to cover expenses there. It's really cheap. It's like $50 or something, and to be honest, you have to get this pet tagged and shipped. Now, if it's a city ordinance, and I know with like the Humane Society, they got to be spayed or neutered before they can leave and all that too. But you're rescuing a pet when you adopt from them. When you adopt from the animal shelter or right next door at the Humane Society, you're rescuing a pet. What happens is, obviously, the animal shelter, the Roswell City Animal Shelter, they will euthanize after the protocols in so many days and things like that. The Humane Society is a no-kill shelter. So if you adopt a pet from the Humane Society, you free up a cage over there. So they'll go next door and take one of the pets that's on the short list and adopt it. So it stays out to be adopted. And vice versa, if you're over at the animal shelter, you adopt there, that's another empty. So either way, you're rescuing pets. So if you're in there in the animal shelter and you don't see a pet that just doesn't, connect to you, go right next door over to the Humane Society and do the same thing. Yeah. And vice versa. If the Humane Society don't see anything that connects to you, walk right next door to animal shelter and because you're helping and rescuing pets by visiting and adopting from both locations.
Yeah, they got a store there where you can buy stuff to help out with the food
thrift store.
With animals.
Yeah. And all that money goes back to the Humane Society to pay for vet bills, toys, medicines, all the stuff that they need to run the shelter. So, yeah. And if you'd like to donate, too, call ahead, though. If you'd like to donate items to their thrift store, they'd love to have you. They'll even pick up, like, big items, but call ahead and schedule it. Just don't drop it off. Unfortunately, that area, people come and, like, if you leave stuff at the door, they'll come and pilfer it or destroy it or throw it all over the place. So call ahead first before you donate. So just to help them out. Matter of fact, we'll have Crystal in tomorrow from the Humane Society talk more about that, too. So about this time tomorrow. But go adopt those pets. Cats, dogs, they all love giving loving homes. And if you're not willing to put in the time and the money and the effort, then don't adopt a pet. If you're just trying to get something to keep your kid quiet, no. It's got to be a part of your family, or it's not. You're not doing it right. So, big brothers, big sisters, always looking for volunteers. I know that. If you want to make a real impact with kids, go sign up to be a big. Yeah, it's they definitely need bigs. If you go to their website, Big Brothers Big Sisters for Southeast New Mexico, it's www.bbbssenm.org. And if you don't remember that, which you probably wouldn't, I do it because I say it all the time. But if you don't remember it, just Google Big Brothers Big Sisters Roswell, Southeast New Mexico, Chavez County. Any of that will get you where you need to get to. But if you'd love to learn more about being a big, it's a great opportunity. I imagine here in the fall, they'll probably start up the high school programs for the high school kids to being mentors too. If you have a high school student that's 16 or older that want to learn more about that, call the Big Brothers Big Sisters and ask and inquire about that. They'll give you more information there too.
So you can't have no criminal record either.
Yeah, they do a background check.
The number is 627-2227.
Yep. I think if you look at the letters, it stands for BBBS. The 2227. But there you go. Great organization and great way to help people and things like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Talk about American Legion Post. What they've got going on.
There's Jack. He belongs to the American Legion Post. I think the new one.
Yeah, we got Post 28 and Post 61. There's two different posts.
61.
Okay.
And you don't have to be a war veteran. Just so you're a veteran, and you can come out to the meetings. And I think it said Thursday's the first Thursday.
Yeah, the Post 61 meets the first Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. I do not know when Post 28 meets. I'm in 61. That's the reason I know that one. But Post 28 meets over at their building on Montana. You can swing by there and inquire. They'd be happy to help. If you want to learn more, come out Thursday. Not Thursday, Saturday. This Saturday, Flag Day's on Monday. We're Post 61 and Post 28 are doing a flag retirement. They've got about 200 American flags that need to be retired, and so we're doing a big flag retirement event this Saturday at Post 28. They're on Montana, about 9 o'clock. And if you've never seen a flag retirement ceremony or want to learn more about American Legion, I invite you to come on out and meet the folks. They're going to be grilling burgers and dogs a little bit later in the day there for everybody. Probably not at 9 a.m., but, as the day, because they've got 200 some flags to make, so it's going to retire. So it's going to take a few minutes to get that done. So, but please come out. If you've never seen a flag retirement ceremony or any of that stuff, I'd invite you to come on out Saturday about 9 o'clock. Check it out. Yeah. What's next here? Give us talking about Historical Society. Talk about their stuff they've got going on.
For June 14th, Flag Day. That's on Monday. They're having a veterans program there, but
they're doing a flag dedication.
You got to go to the website. And I don't know what time they're having it.
It is. What's going on? I got you covered here. They had that brick fundraiser they were doing for years, where they had the brick walkway and people bought bricks that they can dedicate to family or whomever. Well, the walkway thing didn't happen, so what it got turned into is they got a new flag. They put a flag, and then the bricks have created like a little memorial around the flag. So it's got a little wall, and then the actual patio part of it is all of the bricks that people had. So they're doing the dedication ceremony on Monday at 5:30, and it's going to be at the Historical Society, 200 North Lee. And the ribbon, they'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony. The Chamber Redcoats will be there, and they'll do a whole welcoming that. They're going to have light refreshments and giveaways and door prizes and all kinds of stuff. But that'll be this Monday coming up, the 14th, beginning at 5:30 at the Historical Society.
Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah. That'll be come out there, and it just happens we picked Flag Day, which is apropos because we're dedicating the flagpole there, and then the bricks and everything else. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's beautiful, but you can check it out in its official capacity on Monday. Good deal. Give us an update on what's happening at the Unity Center.
Just last night, the first Monday of each month, we have the suicide prevention meeting.
Okay.
At 6:30. It's the first Monday of every month.
Okay.
And they talk about how to try to prevent it. And
is it like an informational public meeting, or is it like the board of the suicide prevention group?
No, it's an information public meeting.
Okay.
Anybody can go.
Okay.
And they got material you can take with you when you leave and stuff.
So if you yourself are dealing with these, or if you have a family member you may suspect, this might be a resource to help you reach to them or help yourself.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay. And so they meet. What's that? They meet. Meet
first Monday of every month at 6:30 at the Unity Center.
Very good. The first Monday of every month, 6:30 at the Unity Center. Awesome. Let's see. What's Bands of Enchantment? What is this?
Cancer with Grace.
Oh, okay. Tell us a little bit about this.
The Cancer with Grace is at Grace Community Church.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's on they meet twice a month, and either call the office or their website's roswellgrace.com.
Okay.
And they'll give you all the information and their times and stuff like that.
And this is like a support group for folks battling cancer?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And I imagine a support group, family of, and everything too, because again, when that hits the family, it impacts the whole family, not just the person who's dealing with it. It is. Okay, now the Bands of Enchantment. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, the Bands of Enchantment, it airs in Roswell, Uodoso, Hobbs, Fatalis, Artesius, Tucumcari. For information on the website, it's bandsoфenchantment.com.
Okay.
And it was in the Vision paper this past Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And on your paper, you got Ricardo's phone number right there.
Yeah, 575-914-1379.
Yes.
He's the guy running the Bands of Enchantment.
Yes.
So is it like a concert series or music?
Well, this is the first time I heard of it. I got it out of the Invasion in the newspaper Sunday.
Okay, we'll have to go to the bandsofenchantment.com website and check it out, what's going on there. Okay, excellent. Let's talk about the flute ensemble. Are they starting to get back together and rehearsing and everything? Very good.
Let's Roswell Flute Ensemble. They're rehearsing at the Anderson Missouri Contemporary Art on Thursdays at 6:30, and you got to be experienced with your instrument to go there.
I imagine if you'd like to be a flautist, I would be, I think that's the term they use. You probably got to audition and everything else. But if you're interested in being a part of the group, come out to one of their meetings and talk to them.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. And also want to mention about who's this in concert? Or in the court. I can't read what you're saying there. On the courthouse lawn. Something's on the courthouse lawn.
Oh, it's the gig for the gospel singing.
Oh, okay.
And they have hot dogs, free and drinks.
Okay.
And the dates, it's on Fridays at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It's the 11th, 18th, and the 26th on 25th and 26th on Friday and Saturday. And it's gospel music. You can come out and listen, come out and sing.
All right.
And
get you a blanket and sit out on the... Okay.
And just enjoy yourself.
Nice. And that'll be on the courthouse lawn Friday and Saturday nights in June. Just come out, bring your blankets, and enjoy the music and, food and what have you.
Yes.
Cool. Very good. Excellent. And some great... Are you going to be singing or doing any of the singing on some of that? Cool. So if you gospel fans out there, come on out. Beginning this Friday.
Yeah, this Friday. Yeah.
Sweet. Excellent. And then let's talk a little bit here about what is this? Looks like Country Club's Movie Church. Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the Church of Christ Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Church of, yeah.
Yeah, Country Club Road Church of Christ.
They have a movie. They started last Friday. And it's going to be the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock.
All right.
And they're going to be outside. If weather permitted, if not, they'll be inside if it's rain or something.
Okay, but it'll be there at the church.
Free and they're going to have popcorn and stuff like that.
Okay, and that'll be there at the church on Country Club there, right across from the hospital and all that there, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center. Can't miss, it's right there.
Yeah.
I actually I could walk to it from my house. It's like right there. So, yeah, definitely. Well, excellent. Of course, if you missed any of the stuff we're talking about here, want to learn more about the Poetry Society, or any of the other information we talked about here, please give Robert a call, especially for your poetry folks. If you want to keep it going, you got to get this summer on the stick to get it going here. Give Robert a call. What's the best phone number they can reach you at?
575-623-8658 or 575-208-9513. Call anytime on my cell phone. I got the voicemail.
Excellent. And he will get back to you, he promises. So, Very good. Well, Robert, as always, appreciate the visit. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time here. Well, it'll be in July. Well, probably right after UFO Fest and all that, so we'll talk about how your week was and all that then, too. So. Cool.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Mike. You have a safe trip on your trip going out.
Will do. We're looking forward to it. Thank you, sir. And we'll see you next time, all right?
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right, take care. It is 9:55. Let's get you update. Quick news and commercial break before we go. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit will be in Artesia June 11th through 14th. On Thursday, the exhibit will receive a full escort from Roswell to Artesia at 1 p.m. The escort will be provided by various county volunteer firefighters and law enforcement. Viewing of the exhibit is free each day and will be available between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. For more information on the exhibit, you can call the Artesia Fire Department at 575-746-5057. New Mexico, several months into an investigation to determine the extent of contamination at 2 U.S. Air Force bases. And state officials said Friday that the work is on track to be finished by summer of next year. Environment Secretary James Kinney said the department had reviewed the data, drafted analysis and sampling plans, and visited areas around Cannon and Holloman air bases. Once the study is done, the department will evaluate the next steps. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Not much movement in stock futures before this morning's Wall Street opening bell. The market trading in a narrow range so far this week, ahead of Thursday's release of the Consumer Price Index for May. The market apparently not fazed by reports of a partial internet outage.
Dozens of high-traffic websites, including the New York Times, CNN, Reddit, and the British government's homepage, could not be reached. San Francisco-based Fastly acknowledged a problem and said it was continuing to investigate the issue. Down Detector, which tracks internet outages, said, quote, reports indicate there may be a widespread outage at Fastly, which may be impacting your service.
That's correspondent Jeremy House reporting. The U.S. trade deficit narrowed in April to $68.9 billion as an improving global economy boosted demand for American exports. With business, R.H. Thomason.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455. Enjoy more of the speed you need with gigabit internet from Plateau Fiber. Fiber means more speed, and that means more streaming on more devices with less buffering. Plateau offers True Gig, a dedicated fiber connection to download and upload what you want with speeds up to a gigabit per second. Best of all, it's all yours. You don't have to share your connection with the whole neighborhood. Sign up now to ensure your neighborhood is part of the next service zone. Learn more and get signed up today at plateaufiber.com. That's plateaufiber.com. Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell. The temps are high and so are the savings. The sizzling summer savings event is on now at Roswell Nissan with the largest pre-owned inventory in the region and nearly every pre-owned vehicle on the lot marked down $500 to $2,000 or more. Like a certified pre-owned 2020 Pathfinder with $2,500 off. Stop in and spin the wheel for your chance to win AirPods, a smartwatch, or even $500